Oh yes. The only thing wrong with me doing the applause and the music, it sounds muffled for a little bit and then it clears on up. For some reason, the catch from the whatever, it does that weird. But anyway, this is Hot Facts with Robert Reese, people, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. We go 1 hour, but it could go a little further if it does get a little hotter. And recently, people, it has been getting a little hotter. You do see the poll question up there. Do you think customer service can increase your income or your performance? Please chime in on that. Cast your vote there. Before you do anything else, people, make sure you like and share this live stream. We got a whole lot of stuff today. It's gonna be what I call a mixture day. Gonna talk about some gig stuff, but we have some we have I have this is gonna we have a lot of videos that we're gonna be checking out. Um as far as things that I want us to see. It's going to be an open panel for these videos because we're going to talk about some gig stuff, but it's going to be some other stuff that we are going to be seeing. So if anyone would have an opinion on any of the videos that I will be putting up there, I will be posting up this link right now. Okay, I will be posting up the link right now. So we have that there. By the way, this is streaming on 6 separate platforms right there. You guys are on this one, but it's on Twitch and Facebook and some other platforms. So it's streaming over there too. But I want to get into the first one because it's going to be continuing off of just a little bit of yesterday. I'm not going to go into any of the things like that, but you guys, if you have seen the video that I just put out, I had a pretty great day on why my customer service allows me to get more. If you check out the video that I just dropped right now, that's from what I just did. Just came in here. Yo, 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 Mr. Flex, hit the link if you want to, man. I just put it up there. Yes, yes, yes. So I did put the link up there. If you check out that video, you can see how I myself interact with merchants, some customers. Today was a good one because it was one of those things when the customer, they're ordering something for someone else. So you can see how I handle those. And, even though it's not the customer, on how that service can get relayed over to the person that actually did the ordering there. But I'm going to get into this first thing because it goes off a little bit about yesterday. And we talked about how the gig community is separated in the groups. And we have someone that's caught in the middle there. I have no issues with the dude. Really good dude, like his videos, like his grind. It's Levi. And Levi actually, yeah, the Papoose is hilarious. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, I was rolling. I said, hold up, what'd you say? And I had to start recording. And she said, and she was ready to, yeah. So I thought that was hilarious. So David Banner and Papoose, I guess, is official with a whistle. But Levi, there's nothing wrong with me and him. He's cool. When Nova was not on the live, I hopped on there and chopped it up with him a little bit. But he's one that he's going along what they're saying about the ratings don't matter, but I have proof that ratings do matter to him out his own mouth. Check this out.
Couldn't understand this lady. I was just trying to ask her, saying, how does this work? Is it going to hurt my metrics? And she just kept.
First thing out his mouth was, he's asking her, how does this work? Is it going to hurt my metrics? Now, the reason why I'm playing this is because he asked a question. He asked this question to the people that are watching his video. So I'm going to give the answer to this out loud because I went through the exact same thing yesterday, coincidentally. So I'm going to answer the question and I'm going to break this question down to let you know that ratings do matter. So right off the top, Levi says he's calling to figure out what's going on because, okay, yesterday, people, in the morning time, they gave me an order. And then there was like 2 more orders that popped up. One was for the Riverside on Spark, and the other one was for the one that I had. And I was like, I can't do 2 at one time. So, but I looked at my order, and it was only 6 items. So I was like, maybe they see that I can get this done real fast because I'm dropping it off right around the corner, and I can come back and get the other one. So I accepted it. Now, when I accepted it, it was still in my queue, and then they took it away. So I was like, oh, man, is that going to go as a drop for me because they took it away and all this other stuff? So I figured out that since Another driver probably hopped on. They probably gave it to another driver because it was at 6:05 in the morning for me. So another driver hopped on and they gave it to that driver. Well, he was trying to call customer support. Customer support didn't speak English that well, but he was asking right off the top, first things out of his mouth. Now, he was asking, is it going to hurt his metrics? Now, he does watch some of my videos. I have a Walmart Spark video when the Walmart store manager threatened to get me deactivated. You can go ahead and check that video out. When I called customer support there inside the Walmart, the first thing that came out of the representative's mouth, she said, your metrics are awesome, which verified me that your ratings matter. Okay, so the first thing out of his mouth, okay, is this here. Now, I'm saying this because when I wrote him on, I left a comment. I said, I'm glad to see that you care about your ratings. And then he commented back and said, ratings don't matter. So that's why I'm playing this right now. So check this out.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't understand this lady. I was just trying to ask her, saying, you know, how does this work? Is it going to hurt my metrics? You know? And she just kept saying, I don't even know what. She said she's going to put me on somebody else. And I was like, okay, cool. And a different team. And I just hung up. I was just like, screw this. But what I don't understand, like I said, I've never done this before. I've been seeing it on the Facebook groups, but I've seen the opportunity a couple times. The problem is it's always been different stores. So I saw this today and I was like, well, of course I'm going to freaking $35, $39 order. Yeah, let's do it. But the thing is, the second order obviously was an ASAP order. And I was hoping, you know, it would let me shop for it and then grab that curbside and make both deliveries. But you have to make that first delivery and then come back. But I mean, it's nice though because it guarantees you an order, you know. But the thing is, it was an ASAP order, so it unassigned it 3 times, and then I had to grab it back. And it's even in my trip thing, shows like it was canceled 3 times. I wasn't canceling. I just kept getting a notification saying that, you know, your order is going to be late if you don't start this delivery. How can I start the delivery if I have another order? Like, that don't make no sense. So we're going to get that order right now. I need to make sure I still have it, that they ain't unassigned it, but I haven't seen any notifications. Usually you start seeing notifications if they unassign it, but yeah, I have no idea. I guess I'll see if my stuff, but that whole thing about the unassigned, it shows 3, like that better not give me 3 drop rates right there.
Okay, out his mouth right now is this. They better not give me 3 drop rates. Okay, on Walmart Spark, okay? I'm going to read you what it says on Walmart Spark. I drive for them also. Okay, what's up, Flex? I'm going to read you.
Yo. Hold on. I just wanted to say quick, hold on. Hold on.
Go ahead.
What's up, everybody? What's up, Robert? Check this out. So basically what happened then on his thing, it's an application error. So all he had to do was click on the other thing and jump the task to that you know, to that order, and he could have went and quickly shopped it, and he wouldn't have to come back to that order.
They took mine away. They took mine away though too. Yeah,
I know. I get it. Yeah, it's an application there. That's all it is. Oh, like when he received it, well, like once he picked up that first order, all he had to do was click jump the task, and you know, go shop it, whatever, and be on his merry way. It's just a simple flaw in the application. And yeah, sometimes orders do magically disappear out of your phone. Sometimes agents take them out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know,
and
it happened to me before.
That's what they did to me. You know, like they put it in. I accepted it. They put it inside my queue, and then they took it away. Like they didn't even tell me they took it away, but I figured out that another driver might have came up that would have made more sense, because if I was going to do it, it was going to be late for the one that I accepted, you know, the second one. So maybe they just reassigned it to somebody where it made more sense.
Another thing that happened to me a few times where they put an order into your phone. Some, you know, when he calls you and asks you if you want to take an order, and they're like, oh, sometimes these agents are so desperate, they just put it into your phone. And sometimes they would just call you and ask you, like, how long is it going to take for you to complete this order? Like, being all nasty and shit.
Right. Right.
Even though like you would never accept no crap like that. They just throw it into your phone. That only happened to me like twice or three times, to where a crappy order just magically appears in my phone as I'm driving. Where
Right.
when
And
it happened to me, I
let's
was
take it
on the
home. Yeah.
delivery and I had an add-on just magically and appeared into my phone.
Yep. It happens. It's part of territory. We got to deal with that. But my thing is, the first things were out of his mouth were, is it gonna
About
mess
the
up my
data,
metric?
if it's gonna mess up his completion rate. Yeah, but it might not. I mean, that really doesn't matter. If he unassigns a lot and his completion rate is really bad, then yeah, he should be really worried about that, because a simple flaw like that could get somebody deactivated if their completion rate is very low. Yeah,
Right.
very
So
easily.
that's very easy. So I was just saying, because when I commented to him, I said it's nice to see that you care about your ratings, and then he comments back and says ratings don't matter. But that story there tells that, and you just said it out your own mouth. If you have a history of that, and then something as simple as that can happen, that could be something that you may need to be worrying about. But I just put that up there so people can know that
Hmm.
ratings do matter. You cannot
Yeah,
take
well,
those
I
out
mean,
of
like the
the equation.
customer rating matters, the completion rating matters. Uh,
Yeah,
Obviously, the on time, because you want to be on time. If you're not on time, you're gonna get deactivated, obviously. But to me, like the acceptance rating, obviously, to me doesn't matter because I don't try to reach the top level. So
mm-hmm.
the acceptance rating doesn't matter to me, and as it should be to anyone, because you shouldn't be afraid to decline a delivery that comes to your phone. You as an independent contractor, you're not supposed to be taking everything that comes to your phone. Um, that's it. The really two that really matters is the customer rating and the completion rate. That's
That
about it.
customer rating is like one of the most. That customer
Yeah,
rating is like the
it's
most
over.
important ones.
Yeah,
That's
and they
the
they,
most.
they always so you probably don't have to worry about it if you don't take like small garbage offers. But it does matter because that's the only thing that they kind of promote to the customer. I'm assuming, to rate your driver after they finish, or maybe even like a few days later, like, hey, rate this driver,
Right,
give them a rating. So yeah, you do get ratings. You
right.
do get
Yep.
ratings.
Now, Flex, I got some videos. Now, that's pretty much about the gig stuff that we're gonna be. I'm leaving that alone pretty much right now. People, we had a good like four days straight of some real good, interesting talk. Unless something pops up, that news is pretty much yesterday until the next part of whatever pops up. Then I'll report then. But I got this video that I'm gonna show first. Secondly, we're gonna do this Beyond Meat beef jerky thing. I find it interesting. Yeah,
I never
Beyond
had
Meat,
it.
man, that's what I'm saying. And I won't try it. I won't try it because I know how, beef jerky, you got to hang it and do all this stuff and dry it out. And I'm like, okay, beef jerky, like Beyond Meat beef jerky. I'm like, well, why does a vegan or a vegetarian want the texture of the meat then? I'm kind of lost on that. I'm kind of
Hmm.
lost. So I looked up the recipe, and it says 16 ounces of plant-based ground beef, such as Beyond Meat. It says beefy crumbles, 2 tablespoons of liquid smoke, a teaspoon garlic powder, teaspoon paprika, teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of ground black pepper, half teaspoon of ground mustard, and the eighth teaspoon of ground red pepper. Now, those are really good bomb ingredients. Those are really good bomb ingredients that you're not really gonna get on beef jerky because it's beef jerky. But the Beyond Meat. Now my question is the process of the Beyond Meat. Do you know about any of how the Beyond Meat is processed or anything? Do you know anything about it at all?
Me, like,
'Cause I don't know anything about it. So I looked up the process, and it brought up the cooking process of that. I gotta look up the plant based, like what is the plant based meat? Because to me that's just I don't know. That's science experiment. I don't know. I like traditional beef jerky. I like to sometimes buy it fresh out the little thing where you got to use the tongs and pull it out. I like that.
Well, they sell like fake duck meat, like for vegetarian people. I don't know
Dude,
how
that's
that
what I'm
works.
saying. How do you get fake? How do you get fake duck? How do you get fake duck?
I
That's
have
what I'm
no idea.
saying.
What
That's
is it
dumb.
made out of? Like tofu or like I have no idea.
Yeah, let me look this up right here. What is Beyond Meat made of? What is Beyond Beef made of?
You're gonna
Okay.
get like a Burger King freaking patty everywhere showing up on your screen.
It says why we use a very GMO plant-based, including pea brown rice, mung bean, and faba bean, which gives it the you know what?
Texture.
I'm not doing that, man. I'm not doing that. That's gonna ruin everything. Now, there was one time where I had to eat like the tofu when my son was in a hospital. The hospital that he's in, the whole city is Seventh-day Adventist, right? So there's no meat inside the whole city, especially the
What?
hospital. The hospital, at least, there's no meat in there, right? So when you go to the cafeteria, you'll see chicken parmesan. And I didn't know at first. And I was like, this
Fake
chicken
chicken?
parmesan is good. And then they told me, oh, this is tofu. I was like, wow. But whatever seasoning chicken has, they have it on there. And it was bomb. Like,
It's right on spot.
yeah, it was right
It's
on
right on the
spot.
spot.
Like I
You couldn't tell a difference. You couldn't
I
tell a
cannot
difference, right?
tell. I was tricked. So after I was tricked, it was good. Now, if I would have known what it was going before I ate it, I
You
probably
would have
would have
never
went in
ate
there thinking it was nasty. You know what I mean? But this beef jerky thing, I'm not doing the beef jerky. Jada
Why?
Kansas,
Why? You scared to try it?
he says how the hell does Flex dash in a 6-speed all day? Left foot don't get
I
cramped.
just do. Nah. I'm just
Ah,
used to it.
man.
I'm
All right.
like I don't sit in traffic all day.
Right. You're always moving. And check this out. It's like I told people. I said if Flex wants to wake up at 5 or 6 a.m., I just happen to wake up and go to the bathroom in the middle of the night in my time, and Flex was driving. I said, see, people, you don't understand what you don't understand. I understand. He's out there getting it. Now I'm gonna show this next video. This video that I'm gonna show right here is about, well, let's take a look. I'm going to share the screen.
A deadly fight caught on camera. News 13 has obtained
Yo,
cell
feel
phone
free
video
to mute me.
apartment complex. It indicates how the victim's father. This was the scene last month near Montgomery and San Pedro, where more than half a dozen people got involved in the fight. Police say it all started when 25-year-old Michael Coaster came home to find his roommate's 2 teenage daughters and another girl getting intimate with a 15-year-old boy. According to witnesses, Coaster dragged the boy outside where the teen called his family. What you see here is what played out once his family members arrived, including his father, Raul Gallegos. In the video, you can see a shirtless man identified as Coaster throw Gallegos, also shirtless, to the ground. Other members of the group jump in and out of the fray as another fight between 2 women continues in the background. At some point, Coaster gets a hold of a gun, though it's not clear where it came from. In the video, you can hear a round being racked into the chamber just before Gallegos starts to back away. Then you can see Coaster raise the gun toward Gallegos. Gallegos was hit 3 times in the chest and died.
Now, the guy died, right? The dad died. But it says the dad ran in there on some wild sexual stuff going on inside that house right there. As a
Yeah.
dad,
Yeah, I left a nasty comment over there. long time. I watched the video the other day. I left a nasty comment over that. They fucking drugged.
Yeah,
They fucking jump the guy, and then they fucking shoot him. Like, what the fuck?
yeah, that right there didn't make any sense. And like there's some crazy stuff going on inside the house as a dad. As a dad, that's what you're gonna do. And you would think that someone's the other parents would kind of be on kind of the same thing. What do you guys feel
Understand
about
too. Oh, I think the motherfuckers that involved, they all should get life for it, man. That's fucked up. There was no need to. First of all, you didn't have to jump the guy. They both, they jump. You want a fair fight? Go fight one on one. But on top of that, to shoot the guy at the end, hey, that's kind of cowardice. It's messed up.
That's super
Yeah, like I
childish.
said,
What you got to say
I
about
left a
that,
pretty
Cody?
nasty fucking comment.
Mm,
Let me mute myself.
that was disturbing. Nah, that was disturbing right there. What do you got to say about that, Cody? You're a dad.
Well, that's a bad shoot for sure. I'd be, yeah. I mean, like, where to start with that, Definitely a bad shoot.
Mm,
Like, I just, like, I'm just, like, thinking about, like, when are you going to use a gun, like, the proper use of force. I mean, to me, it looked like the guy was backing off. He was trying to leave. He was disengaging. So dude goes and throws around in the chamber, and then they
Oh, to
light him
me, it
up.
didn't look like like what he would care. Like if he would shoot a fucking animal or a person, it didn't look like he would care.
Yeah, people like that make they make the legally armed, responsible armed community look bad. I hate that kind of crap.
exactly. And here's where this gun thing and we talk about the gun violence and then we point to the individual, but we have smart individuals and then we have people that if they get into a certain like rage zone, it's like they are going all the way there. So we get people like that, and then we have idiots. Like I showed a video about a month ago. The kid was videotaping himself riding around practicing shooting at houses from the road. You get idiots like that. That's why the other side wants all these regulations and things put down. Every time we think that we got it, people will start to get it. You see something like this. Weigh in on that.
Yeah. So you have, one side, the anti-gun lobby. They're gonna, no matter what, they just want to take guns, no matter what, right? They'll take anything involving a gun and they'll politicize it. So they did that with Kyle Rittenhouse. They did that with the mall, the bad guy with the gun at the Indiana mall when he started shooting people. The good guy with the gun stopped the threat within 15 seconds. Left-wing media started to vilify the good guy with the gun. My thing is this: gun owners are okay. So let me put it this way: lawful, responsible gun owners are constantly under attack. So we always take the brunt every time this stuff happens. Every time the government makes a move to encroach on the Second Amendment right that happens to say shall not be infringed, always gets chipped away, whittled away, and one side always wants to go on a gun grab. Gun laws only hurt law-abiding citizens. It does not hurt people that are possessing these things, these weapons illegally. It doesn't hurt the idiots that'll just be idiots no matter what and irresponsible. It doesn't hurt those people. It hurts people like me potentially, So more laws don't work. We just need to enforce the laws that are on the books and focus on mental health and education.
Right. See, I know Roy was going to say something. Let me see. That's cause he says that's cause you gun owners are wussies and ain't got no hands no more. Yeah, there's a lot of people that the good old days we put up these two fists and we put up the dukes, and but then you have people that really watch these TV shows and movies and really try to portray that stuff. They really try to portray these things, and how they medically prescribe people with all type of things when they get into their own zones or whatever, and they start seeing this stuff and they go out do these random 100 people get shot with machine guns and all that. That's all fantasy type of stuff right there. No one would just think about that. But you get these hiccups that come, and these are the chips that you're talking about that chip away. So my question is this: how far should, all right, as you're in Alaska, you are pro guns all the way as a gun owner. What's the highest restriction that you would say is A-okay for you as a gun owner? What's the highest restriction that you will be okay with that will give the other side some whatever too?
Here goes the bell. Sorry. I say nothing. They don't get anything. Is that too loud? I can mute.
No, you're all right. You're all right.
Okay, it's done now. I say nothing because you give them an inch, they take a mile, and it's never enough. I think we just need to focus on mental health. Now, those of us that are responsible gun owners, we're also not against background checks. So just to be clear on that, some of my guns I've purchased in a Walmart parking lot, private sale. Some of my guns I've purchased through an FFL. I don't care about the background check process because I have nothing to hide. But then again, the question is that an infringement on our rights because it says shall not be infringed? So I ultimately just lean toward nothing, because if I give anything, the other side just wants to take and take, and you never get it back once they take.
Howdy doody, Roy. Howdy doody, Roy. Ran into a buddy of yours this morning doing the daddy thing.
Yeah, Xander. Yeah, he texted me.
I was like, hold up, because like normally when someone like they'll say HotFacts, right? So I'll know exactly where it's coming from. When they say Robert Reese, I'm like, hold up, somebody knows me. So he got me right there. He got me right there. That was cool right there, Roy.
What, you ran into Xander on the street?
Yeah, my daughter and his kid, their classrooms are right next door to each other.
Oh, no shit. Awesome. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so that was cool. That was cool right there.
Pretty cool.
So what you got to say about this, Roy? What you got to say?
Say about what?
This you see the video?
That guy facing murder charges for what he did?
Yeah. What do you got to say about that video?
It's just that's how it is. Kids are raised nowadays, man. They ain't got no hands. The minute they start getting their ass whooped, they got to pull the gun because they're getting their ass whooped, So, that's just.
Dude, he didn't even get his ass whooped. That's the thing. Yeah. He didn't even get it. They jumped the person. They fucking jumped the person, and then they shot, and then he ends up shooting them.
Yeah, that's an instant murder charge. You can't start a fight like that and be involved in a fight and then turn around and try to say self-defense. That shit don't work. Can't do that.
Does not work.
Oh, there was no self-defense.
Yeah, that was a sad one.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Like, prosecution?
Now, if he would have, when his family members showed up and they would have, let's say, attempt to attack him and he pulled the gun out and shot him, he would have had a better chance than what he just did.
Right.
Trust me.
Right. Now, yep. Now, I was gonna start the show off with, we always see police officers getting in a bad rap, but I wanted to show them, what most police officers thought they signed up for compared to what is going on now. So I'm gonna show a couple clips of what police officers thought they were getting in for, when they went to the whole thing. Let's go ahead.
And then do me a favor. Tell your boy Levi to wear a seatbelt unless he wants to be the next crash test dummy.
Hey, hey, Roy. Yeah. Hey, I was like, man, but I know Roy gonna say something. Check this video out.
Goddamn, want to be a crash test dummy and shit. Or a goddamn seatbelt.
Well, crash dummies usually wear seatbelts.
Not all of them. You've seen the videos. Not all of them. They do them without.
Oliver?
Cousin Evie.
My mom always wanted to take me to England.
There's a wedding coming up. You should come.
It's a turkey, not a tiger.
Yeah, it's gonna scratch you. Have you hunted turkey before? I want the gloves and the net though, is what I'm saying. Because when I go in there, I want to be able to like get it.
It's a turkey, not a tiger.
Yeah, it's gonna scratch you. Have you hunted turkey before? To be honest, I don't really know what to do afterwards though. No, I'm just saying like once we catch it, I'm saying like do we just release it?
Came through a window, broke the window completely out. That's why I was wrong. Birds are scary.
Let's see what we got here. I see it.
How big is it?
I think it's doable.
Oh, yeah. It's walking
It's
around.
not a tom, so that's good. All right, should you just go in at it? What are you hiding over there for?
You got the gloves and the net. Come on, let's go.
All right. Yeah. Told you it's getting. Yeah, we needed 2 of these, Brady.
Get it or not?
Got in one room.
Okay, keep it in that room. We need another net. Because I'm useless. Oh my god.
Now that's what a police officer thinks you're signing up for. You know, you think you're signing up to be able to go in, go to work, come home, tell a good little story. Guess what happened to me today? We had a turkey in the city. Turkey was trapped in the house. Now you saw those big, grown, tough police officers were afraid of that turkey right there. That's what police officers, think that they're signing up for these days. And they're getting shot at. They're getting that 16-year-old kid beat up the police officer. He was not even afraid of the police officer. Like some police officers don't even go in certain zones. So I wanted to show people, this is what some of the police officers really, they signed up to do things like this, go do their time, get out, retire, get their pension, and go live. It's sad that we don't see too many more of these videos, but that video made me laugh when I was watching that. So I want to share that. What do you guys think about that video there?
Unpredictable. It's like we used to say when I worked in Department of Corrections, if you said, oh, it was a routine day, all indicators were that you were complacent. So like nothing's ever routine, everything's random. Hey, it's not uncommon for the police up here to have to deal with moose and black bear calls and whatnot. So, but a turkey, that's
like that. Animal control.
Yeah,
animal control. Yeah. You got to work with them too. They weren't there, but that's like that's cool right there. That's where you get the fireman got the kitty out the tree. Stuff like that. You're in the community. That's when you can really interact with the people there, share some good things. And, that's how the officer builds that relationship, inside the community. It's stuff like that happens. It's just sad. It's just sad to see it's not like that. I know when my brother was on here, Roy, he talked with you about back in the day, how the police officers used to walk the beat. They used to walk the beat back in the day. And that's how they used to do the thing. You get calls like that. And then, now when police officers come, they're taking people to jail. I remember back in the day, you would see like police officers go to people's homes, and the police officers were, they knew the people enough to, bring the whole situation down and do all that other stuff. So they're saving people from getting locked up. But now, it's a full out business now. Now you go, but that's the way it turns when people don't respect the authority, though. That's the way it turns. Now I got another video of one more video of what police officers thought they were signing up for. I'm gonna go ahead and share this one. Let me see. I laughed at this one too. That's why I'm showing them.
I wish I would have had this when I was still working the road. This is a flexible armor, but it will stop rifle rounds, and we're going to test.
What are we doing? Step down for me. You have any idea on you? Whose is this? Yours? Where'd you get it from? I'm sorry? Rental shop? Where do you live? Where? Can you turn that thing off for me so I can hear you? Appreciate it.
The dude went and joyride. He went on a joyride on some heavy tractor.
Where do you live?
Really?
Volusia County. What are you doing up here?
I'm just working up here.
You're working up here? You realize you were hitting some things back there?
Yeah, I know.
Why are we driving this thing down the sidewalk?
I can take it down the road to be a lot quicker.
Well, hold on. Where'd you get this equipment from?
The rental place.
The rental place?
Yes, sir.
Where there's no rental place around here, so.
It's down the other place. We're going on the tractor trailer.
Okay, where's the tractor trailer that this came off of?
It's in the back of the place back here.
Do you work over there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who? So you rented this, or your boss rented this?
Actually, my boss did.
Your boss did?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This bike.
Huh? Whose bike and stuff is this?
That's my bike.
Your bike?
Wait, did he go on a joyride or he stole it?
Look, he's got a bike, a lawnmower, and a tractor, Flex. He's got a bike, a lawnmower, and a tractor.
It looks like he's transporting that shit.
Look at him. Look.
Yeah, he's transporting that shit in the forklift. Yeah, he's a bum.
Look at him.
He just happened to find found the key on that fucking forklift, and he definitely took it.
How'd you get up here?
That's funny. That's crazy.
Railroad construction site.
Okay. You got a phone on you?
Yeah.
All right. Can you call your boss and have him come up here?
It's not active.
Okay.
It's not active. Oh, he's done. Angel, what's up, bro? You say you're a bum. Yeah, I fell asleep.
Hold on a second. Do me a favor. Well, I got you. Put your hands behind your back for me. You're not under arrest. You're just being detained at this time, okay? Because so I can conduct my investigation. We can figure out what's going on here, okay?
Yeah, what drug was he on? What drug was he on where you take a tractor with a forklift to pick up a 4-pound bike? What drug was he using, guys?
I think he was just drunk, bro. He's just a drunk.
See, those are things police officers, you think, something dumb like that, you're someone running a store and trying to grab the 24 packs out, stuff like that. You're looking to get stuff like that. You're not looking to turn down the street and see an AR pointed at you. But that dude, I wonder how long he was driving down the street though before they saw the guy. Because
I think he would have got away if he didn't hit some shit over there, as the cop said. He hit something. He said, "You didn't realize you hit something back there," and I think that's the only way he kind of got caught. I think.
Man, that was crazy. That was crazy right there. I know for a fact, though, he was like, let's do the investigation. There is no investigation. There is no investigation to be had right there at all. That dude was just off. Now, there is a video right here. There's a driver. Someone tried to jack his car. You know how they're trying to jack other drivers' cars? He fought for his car, right? He fought for his car. You're about to see how this guy fights for his car, okay? That's what we are about to see. Let me go ahead and share this. He fights for his vehicle. He didn't know any English. He knew fight for my vehicle, though.
That's crazy. You're lucky he didn't crash that shit.
Yeah, he didn't crash, but check this out. He said that I work hard for my car and I'm still paying for it. Now, most people, we tell people, look, they got the weapon, they have the gun, they have the things that can go ahead and hurt you real bad. Let them have it, let them go. This dude, did you see the size of the antenna he had to hang on to? So that because he said he was hanging on and he called the police at the same time. How strong were his hands? First of all, your hands get sweaty, right? So he had to have the perfect grip to hold on and to 911, and he's not speaking English. So you know what I mean? I wish I could see the traffic view from that traffic cam. I wish I could see that though, but that dude right there is brave. That dude's brave, I would have let the dude go with the car, me myself. I wouldn't have ran and hopped on the back. He could have fell off the car, like he could have fell off and got all these burns and cuts all over his body. He didn't care.
Fuck
though.
That. He could have broken his fucking neck. He could have broken his neck. Just like falling on your neck, dude. You're done. That's done. There was a video I seen a handcuffed woman falling out of the back of the cruiser somehow, and literally I think she probably broke her neck. She ended up dying.
Ooh.
I'm like, how do you fall off of the back of the cruiser? Those doors don't open from the back. I'm assuming the officer left the door cracked.
Right,
There's a video out there. You gotta search it. It's pretty crazy.
Hey,
First, she gives him all kinds of shit. She talks her shit, and then magically fucking falls from the back of the cruiser, handcuffed.
Oh wow. Hey Flex, I don't know. Did you get my message on your live the other day? When I'm driving, you're driving too at the same time. I don't turn my car radio on anymore. I don't listen to.
You listen to my music.
Yeah,
I seen that. Yeah,
I listen to your music. I'm like, I said, shoot. I said, Flex is my radio.
The girl that fell out of the car. Yeah, they were taking her to jail, and the cops didn't shut the door. So when they were driving her, the door flung open and she fell out. So they didn't shut the door.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And what do you call it? I think she was like, no, she was intoxicated. I think she just leaned on the door and kind of the door just got shoved open and she just fell out because he was driving straight.
Yeah.
But it's definitely an officer's fault for not closing the door all the way, and he knew it. He purposely probably did that because he just wanted to see her get hurt. He wasn't expecting her to die, most likely. He just wanted to see her get hurt because she was intoxicated and fucking bleeding all over the place.
I don't think it went that far. He probably went to shut the door. She probably put her foot to block the door, and he didn't realize it. Yeah. You guys got such bad ideas of police, man. It's fucking crazy.
No, because if you look at it, she was like fucking cussing them and get all kinds of fucking nasty shit, bro. No, but listen, Roy. You're not stupid, and nobody's stupid. You don't lightly shut the door, and no cop ever lightly shuts their fucking door, bro. They always fucking slam doors like fucking knuckleheads, bro. They always do, bro.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
They slam the door, boy. They
go like that, bro. Yes, they do.
I've been on 6-7 ride-alongs with police,
Especially,
so they don't all slam the door.
especially when they put somebody in the back, they make sure they close the door so the
Yeah,
person
if they
doesn't
don't
get out.
slam Roy, if they don't slam it, Roy, they make sure they close the
They
door
close it. Correct.
enough you can hear the door close all the way, right? They do that at least, and then when they got someone in custody, they're locking it.
And it's not necessarily that cop's fault. One of the other cops may have not set the. Like, you don't know the situation unless you're there. Like, he might not have been the one shutting the door. He might have been in there running her shit on the computer, and somebody else shut the door or didn't shut the door. There's a lot of scenarios that nobody takes into effect. They all just see one thing and they're one fucking sided, and that's it. There's a lot of different options. I've been on these ride-alongs with police. I've seen how the shit works. It's not a cop that ain't gonna go out of his way to say, "Oh, I'm just gonna throw her out the fucking car." That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
But we can say we can all say that
No. He didn't throw her out. He let her fall out.
That's what I'm saying, Flex. So, because of that, Roy. Because of that, we all have to agree that there's some negligence. There's negligence. There's negligence. That's what it comes down to.
Just like that other video when that 70-year-old or whatever grandma, mother, whatever, she had dementia. She didn't pay for some Walmart items. She walked out, and then the two cops were ended up breaking her wrist and throwing her and locking her up. Now those two cops are locked up. I'm sure you heard about that shit.
No, I didn't hear about that one.
What? Come on, you had to. That was big.
I'm serious. Hold up. So, and her wrist and everything, she's 73.
They broke her shoulder or dislocated her shoulder, and they threw her in a cell for hours without any fucking medical help. And then they were sitting in a computers reviewing the footage and laughing and fucking, laughing about it.
She could have died. She could have died.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah,
easily.
That's why they're in jail.
Those two are locked up for a long time.
That is crazy right there. What?
She obviously they could see she wasn't in her mind, and she's old as hell. She's frail, and this lady just throws her to the ground all fucking physically and violently, and and then in the end, they're sitting there laughing about it as the fucking lady literally in the cell fucking crying and shit because she's fucking hurt.
It happens.
Crazy.
There's bad apples in all professions, so we just can't take some of these examples of the bad ones and assume
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Roy. Same shit like this one. In my opinion, he purposely didn't shut the door all the way.
Did he have her seatbelted in? Because they seatbelt them in. So how did her seatbelt come off?
She wasn't seatbelted in, obviously.
Did they show the video?
Sometimes they don't seatbelt you in, Roy. Sometimes they don't even seatbelt you in. They don't even seatbelt you in. Sometimes they just tell the people to sit sideways.
They just put you in.
Anytime I've been in a motherfucking car, they put me in fucking seatbelt. I've been in more than one, trust me.
Well, they got to strap you up. They don't know what. Roy a big dude. They we got to strap up Roy. Anytime they feel when they size you up, when they say that this might be a tough one. Whenever they say this might be a tough one, oh yeah, they're gonna strap you up, Roy.
They even seatbelt you in the paddy wagon, so they doing that too. Better one of those as well.
Or those paddy wagons, the other one, the dude fucking purposely slammed on the brakes. The gentleman ended up breaking his neck and dying.
Ooh!
I've never seen none of this shit, so I don't know.
That right there, yeah, you gotta go to jail if you're the driver. If you're the driver, you gotta go to jail. Check this out.
The dude was being violent in the back, kicking the fucking, slamming his fucking feet. Who cares? Who cares? But this guy ends up just slamming the fucking brakes, and this guy ends up fucking sliding because his handcuffs, his handcuffs to the, in the back. He can't fucking hold himself. So he ends up fucking sliding and head first and breaking his fucking neck.
You're gonna have to text me some of this information and videos. I want to
Those
see
are
some.
those are just YouTube videos that sometimes get offered to me to fucking watch. Some history.
Yeah, that's how that's man. I get a lot of this stuff like a lot of my news channels in small regions. I hit the yes to them sending you like news, so I get a lot of stuff just sent. And some people say check this stuff out. Now I'm going to show this right here. I'm gonna kind of lighten it up a little bit. This is a customer. He set up and did an experiment on his Ring cam so he can just capture stuff. And when the mailman came on, this is what watch this. It's kind of change it up a little bit. Watch this.
Samantha's personal belongings, and then here was this part like just nobody. He hard to watch this happen. But when I saw our personal mailman, the man that delivers our mail every day, come up to the yard and he saw the package on the ground, he fixed the package and he even hid it to where with care, nobody would take our package. And that like made my heart like just melt, because here on one end of the spectrum is somebody that didn't care about my product or my personal belongings or Samantha's personal belongings. And then here was this man that did his job with care. And I look at it and I'm just, I have so much more respect for our mailman that he did that, even though I had a ton of respect for him before because he is a nice guy and he always says hello. But the fact that he went out of his way to correct something that somebody else has done was awesome.
See, when I was in Georgia,
now the reason why I played that video right there, this will answer a lot of questions for people who have said, well, it's hard at Leave It Doors. We don't think people watch the cameras. The reason why I just shared this video, this guy did his own, and it's a 5-minute video of different days that he's watching things happen. And he said, he saw another person come with no care about their product or package at all. And then the mailman, who he already knows as a good person, he says hi and everything, he made sure to take care of their thing. And he said that touched him in his heart. He saw that on his cam. So when I told the people that it's about the respect on how you leave someone's home, they're watching to see if you walk across the grass and all those other things. That was the example of what I was saying. This guy literally did this and put the video out himself to show people. This lets you know what customer service does. This gentleman said it wasn't the fact that this and that. It's the fact that he went above and beyond to correct something that someone else did. I say constantly on these things that I troubleshoot with the customers, because sometimes they have a bad experience or something happened with their previous order, and I can walk them through the app to get them back to those things. It's things like that people look at, and then they'll say thank you, and that's how you go ahead and get those extra tips, just because you're doing your thing. I had one today where the drop off was someone ordered food for someone else. They ordered food for someone else. So when they did that, I got to the door, so I had to get my mindset to go in there to still do my customer service. I did it in such a way that they contacted the person instantly that ordered it for them. You know what I mean? So the customer service was transferred over to the person that actually did the ordering, not the person that received it. So that ensures that now the person that actually ordered it still might be able to give me that tip there. It's not in the hands of the person that received it. You know what I mean? So I was able to help to get that experience over to the person who was organizing the whole thing. Little things like that, people, these are tips. These are tips that can help you receive more money. That's why I put that poll question up. Can customer service increase your income and your performance? What do you guys say about that video there?
Yeah, it's rare. You don't see it all the time, but you know, when you do see it, it's important to put it out there for two reasons: reinforce the need for, you know, good customer service, but also to reinforce that there are also good people in society and not everybody is bad. So it kind of serves like the narrow scope we're looking at, the customer service, but then on the more broader spectrum too, you see that.
Right. And what I'm saying about that also is I'm going to add on to that. These apps that people work for in the whole gig world, people, that's exactly why it's customer based. The joy in the experience that customer did, he could have kept that by himself and not even did anything. He went out and created a video. That joy that he got, that is the customer that the apps are trying to have. That's why they give these certain orders to certain people, because a person like that, I guarantee when he orders food and everything else, that's a tipper right there. I'm saying I'll go out on the limb that's a tipper, okay? And that's someone that will give you extra. That right there, you know. So people, you gotta, you know, I don't know the guy. I didn't go tell the guy to make a video to put it up here on Hot Facts right now. Those are not my words. Those are not my words. That was something genuine. But once again, that is what they want, you know, behind the app doing the ordering. The more people that we jack up and mistreat, we take people like that away from the app. Now that hurts the community more when you take someone else like that off, because they'll go on the app, but they'll schedule it for pickup. Now they're still getting hit with a price because the price of the food is different on the app than it is in the store, but they trust the app. That means they trust the app. They don't trust the drivers. So, you know, we don't want to throw quality people. That is a definition or an example of a quality customer. I guarantee if that person lives close and his order's $4, that person is doing his just due, and he probably goes by the percentage also. You guys think he's a tipper also? What do you think, Flex?
Sorry, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, Flex was doing Flex.
Yeah. I caught an order. I'm just driving, you know.
Oh no, do your thing. Go ahead, Cody. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think he's a tipper, but I think he seems kind of like a by the book kind of person. So he's probably going to tip accordingly. If it's DoorDash, he probably has to front the tip. But if something happens with that order that, say, it's not an issue like a restaurant issue, but like something that was likely within the driver's control, missing a drink, for example, which I'm guilty of. I've done that before. But then he's probably going to say, all right, well, the tip's already gone, but I still have recourse. I can dish out a 1, 2, 3 star. So, yeah, I think he's probably that kind of customer.
Yeah, he was that was good, but you know, like you said, that was it's rare, and this perfect example too. They say, well, Robert, it doesn't happen all the time. But check this out. You said that was rare right there. So that means those connections are going to happen no matter what. Those connections are going to happen.
I had an incident. Let's see, like one time I had an incident with a customer where I went kind of above and beyond it, and it bit me in the rear. I picked up, I accepted this order from this Thai place and whatnot. The pay was okay. It wasn't great, but whatever. I took it. It was acceptable enough. So I did it. Well, like an idiot, I get to the restaurant and they're like, oh, you have all these things. I'm like, well, no, I have this order. Oh, well, they have this too. And I'm like, that's not on my list. Well, what they did was they called the restaurant outside of the app, added to the order to avoid paying the fees, the prices. So the restaurant's like, oh, you got to take it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to take that. Well, like a fool, I called the customer and I'm like, look, I'll I'll do it this one time. Not supposed to. I'll do it this one time. So I did it. I dropped it off. Everything went great. The Thai food was really messy. There was like sauce leaking everywhere into the bag. Anyway,
you were at one of those. You were at one of those places that don't have the They don't like when you go to like the fuzz shops. When you get those, I like going there because they have those seal tight. That's like the super like plastic grip thing, and it keeps it all in. You were at a place there, yeah.
So the sauce just leaks because a lot of food, a lot of sauce, whatever the sauce was. Anywho, I get there, I'm like, hey, it leaked. The order that leaked was the order he ordered outside of the app with the restaurant directly, and like an idiot, this one time I did it, the guy 1-starred me the next day. I got 1-starred. So
yeah, sauce and juice can the last sauce one I had was maybe about 3 weeks ago. I picked up from a Mexican restaurant, and they got the shrimp cocktail, and one of them was good. And when I noticed they had the bag, you know how like they try to tie them close. I guess the lid was underneath one of the other ones, and it cracked. And all in that bag, all that juice was in that bag, just sitting there. I was like, oh, now the lady. She was elderly. She was like maybe like 80. She couldn't speak English, but luckily my Spanish that I know, I helped that out. She told me no worries. She said it's not your fault in Spanish. She said it's okay. And she looked at the bag and she did this, like letting me know she's gonna pour the juice right back in. So a juice spill can really hurt you. Or it can turn the other way. There is no in between on juice spills.
But
Okay.
None.
Wait, okay, when you left the restaurant, was the juice in the bag?
No. No, the juice was not in the bag. It was in the cups, but the lid, see, they go in my box and they are there. Now they give you the ones that can't fit inside the cup holders. So they put them in a bag and tie them together real close so that they can't move. So when they tied it, one lid was under the other one. So, I didn't know until I got there. When I opened it, like I couldn't even make up any excuse on the spot. Like that was cold turkey. I opened up my bag. You know how I like to show me open up the bag and pulling it out. I pulled out a donut right there. That was womp womp. It was one of those. But I got this one right. I got this one right here for you, Roy. Now, this is a woman. This is a woman that gets shot by the police being dumb.
Oops.
We're here at the Gigaspace in LA. This entire space is powered by Frontier Fiber 2 gig internet, fastest internet in LA, which gives me the ability to give an acoustic live performance. Let's go frontiering! Over your head!
I know Roy like to see the full video of the shooting, so I got this for you.
I'm on the sidewalk. No. There she is. She's under the subway.
Dear God.
Show me your hands. Show me your hands.
Over in the wood line here?
Yes, she's over here. She's put over here. Listen. She's put over here. Come on. She ran that way.
up towards Cuyahoga Street.
The black female wearing a hoodie, still north of location. Check the area on foot. You black female wearing?
One's running northbound towards Cuyahoga Falls. Through the backyards. Active police, let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Keep looking, keep looking. You got her? Keep checking. Go.
You're good. Oh, up towards Cuyahoga Street.
What do I want?
Now they don't say what she was doing, but she had 5 stars on Grand Theft Auto. I know she had 5 stars on her. She had everyone looking for her. She had everyone looking for her. I do know that. Now,
maybe she was a fugitive.
Yeah, it just says that they shot her. It doesn't say if she had a weapon or she's broken, a burglary or anything. All I know is that she had 5 stars on her, and they were not playing when they pulled up on her. So they were not playing at all. That was he said, show me your hand, and then and boom. So
that video shouldn't even be on there. That's the shit. They shouldn't even have videos like that on there. There's no context to the video. All they're showing is white police officers shooting at a black girl. That's all they're showing.
Well, we don't even know what her color was.
There's no context.
We don't even know what her color was. We just know it was a woman.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well,
yeah, we just know it was.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. For them, normally you'll see them go up and they'll point the guns. They'll talk to him for a while. This time they went up. He just said, "Put your hands up," and then you just heard shots. So I'm trying to figure out why she had 5 stars on her. What the hell did she do to have 5 stars to make them not play with her though? That's what they need to come out and let us know. That's why I'm not taking it as the police officer shot someone. That's why I said it's a woman getting shot for doing something stupid. Because anytime you have 5 stars on you,
let's say the news that was a black woman. Now you have a video. The fact that you have a video.
I can't hear you,
Roy. Your voice is going in and out, Roy.
Can't hear you, Roy.
What?
Your voice going in and out.
Yeah,
you got to start over.
My phone. We're about ready to get the rainstorm action, so phone's off so good. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Let's say it turned out to be a black woman. Now this guy puts out a video. All it does is show white cop shooting a black woman. No context, no nothing. All that does is stir up the fucking pot. Don't put a video out if you're not going to have the entire context. Remember that one video put out that I said, well, wait a minute. We only see, a minute of the video with the rapper guy. And then we really see what happens when we see the whole video. You see what I'm saying? It's shit like that just, the video should not be out there without a full context to the video. Other than that, you're just perpetuating the bullshit. So, yeah.
What'd you think about that one, Flex? Can you hear me? Can Flex hear me? I know he goes through signals sometimes, and he'll just fade out.
Yeah. I heard you. Yeah, I was sneezing. Who started popping off first? Was she?
It just seemed like they walked up and they said, "Put your hands up," and you just heard shots. So I don't know. There was 5 shots.
I think the shots came from a different officer, not from the gentleman that said, "Put your hands up."
No, yeah, that's why I had all 3 body cams. The very last guy was the shooter. The other guy was the one that in the front. So, like
yeah. I
don't
guess
know
I
if
didn't
the
see
first
the.
shot
I
was
didn't.
hers.
Yeah, because
Go
I'm
ahead.
driving. I'm paying attention to the road.
Oh yeah. Yeah, see,
I
I don't know
was
if
just
that
listening
first,
to the audio. That's all. I was listening to the audio.
yeah, so if you're listening to the audio, I don't know if the first shot was hers and then they cleaned it up.
Yeah, that shit
or
sounded like a heavy fucking handgun or something, dude. And
Yeah.
then you hear the Glocks.
You should have
Shit sounded like he's popping off a Desert Eagle over there or something.
Yeah, man. All I know is they let her have it. Old school, they pumped her full of lead, is what they used to say back in the day.
Now, did they find a weapon by her or on her or whatever it
That's
was?
the whole thing. That's not there either. We just got that to go off of. That's why it was so interesting to me. I had so many questions. I said, I gotta share this one with the fellas right here. I gotta see exactly what they think about this.
Find the video. Find the video of the lady from Walmart. I think is her name Gardner or something.
You said on Walmart. You said the 73-year-old lady you were talking about.
Yeah, the 7-year-old something lady. Yeah, with the dementia. She has dementia.
Almost having technical difficulties today. God damn.
Let me see.
Oh man.
This can't be good. Let me see.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If the video doesn't have full context, it shouldn't be shown. Period. In my opinion, just at least the misguided thoughts and shit.
You had to see that one, Robert, because that shit made like national news.
Okay, 73-year-old woman violent arrest caught on body cam. Daughter speaks out.
Yes.
Okay, let me play it right now.
See, and this is another problem you have. You get these violent, like mentally ill people, and then when they can't handle it, they call the popos.
Helps you find and book.
You know what I'm saying? They call the popos, and then there's an issue.
Find
with,
your perfect place to stay.
And then they get mad at the popo.
Yeah.
There is new fallout from a disturbing video showing the violent arrest of an older woman with dementia. Officers confronted Karen Garner as she tried to walk home in Loveland, Colorado. You can see her being shoved to the ground. 3 officers have now resigned after Garner's family filed a federal lawsuit. And now the district attorney is looking into possible criminal charges. Our lead national correspondent, David Begnaud, is following this. David, the family says this all started with a misunderstanding.
Yeah, it did. Good morning, Anthony. Let me take you back to that day last June. Miss Karen Garner, who, as you said, has dementia, went to Walmart. Daughter told me it's something she did 4 times a day. She'd go back and forth. On this particular day, she picked up a Pepsi, a Kit Kat, and some wipes and walked out without paying. They caught her. They brought her back, and she gave it back. But they called the police. The next thing you know, there's Miss Karen walking down the road by herself when a Loveland police officer drives up. And here's what happens next.
This is Mom's jacket that she had on the day that it happened. And it's got the blood on the back from where her hands were handcuffed.
This is Alyssa Swartz talking about what happened to her mother, Karen Garner.
I'll be right back.
Here's what happened last June.
Ma'am, please stop.
Garner turns and looks at Loveland officer Austin Hopp, and she kind of shrugs.
Do you need to be arrested right now? No. Okay. Let's stop. Come on.
I'm going home.
Seconds later, she is face down in the dirt. Her arms are handcuffed behind her back.
No.
This 73-year-old lady is pleading with Officer Hopp to let her go. Her home was just 2 blocks away.
On the ground. After a short struggle, she's now detained.
Officer Hopp refuses. He picks Garner up and pushes her toward his squad car.
Right now you're resisting, which is not going to fly with me.
He then pins her up against the car.
And if you try to kick me, this is going to be bad.
At this point, she is crying out as another officer, Daria Jalali, comes around to assist. And that's when you hear a pop. Miss Garner collapses in pain before the officers push her to the ground again. I'm going home. She keeps collapses in pain before the officers. Miss Garner collapsed, and that's when you hear a pop. Miss Garner collapses in pain before the officers push her to the ground again. I'm going home. She keeps repeating. This is an 80-pound woman with dementia. She was accused of stealing $13.88 worth of items from the nearby Walmart. Store security caught her, and she returned the items. But despite that, the police officers wanted to arrest her.
She was confused and scared.
Okay, you could hear the pop. She returned. Oh, she returned the items though. Even with dementia, she returned the items. So if you return the items.
The most disturbing part, when they were fucking sitting there and reviewing the footage and laughing how they fucking popped the bone. She's like, "Oh, I felt it pop." Fucking stupid fucking cunt. Hope her fucking cunt gets popped every fucking day there, bro.
But how much of that
That
do you
shit's
blame
fucking.
on
That shit's
the
fucked up.
daughter? How much do you blame of that on the daughter?
Blame what?
What happened to
I
her
see what
grandma?
Roy's saying.
Her
Having
mother. What happened?
having her out at Walmart.
Yeah,
shopping
why?
when
Yeah,
you know
why
she
is
has
your mom with
dementia
dementia?
and something can happen. She's supposed to be, you know,
Under
I've
somebody's
seen
supervision.
a case,
Yeah.
I've seen a case like this on Law and
Maybe
Order.
it's not that bad, you know. Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe she's still, you know, she's still there, and
Yeah,
sometimes she's not there.
See the case on Law and Order. The kids were fighting over. Who wants to get custody of their parent, because one was saying like the sibling lets their mom go out and walk around and things, and she was saying that's not safe. And they were on the show, and like the show was about the lady got raped. You know, she got raped, so she had dementia out there, and then the other daughter was like, you know, I want my mom because they're letting her go out and walk around. This is what Roy is saying. You know, should that person be monitored 24/7 right there? And that's probably why the daughter was sitting there crying like that, because she feels guilty inside. She does feel guilty inside. She's not gonna have, you know, she is gonna feel that, but that's
But you know, that's not that. Dude, listen, let's not turn that shit around. That's not the point. The point is that fucking cruel fucking officers doing shit like that and then laughing about it.
Right,
Afterwards.
yeah, that's evil. That's evil. First of all, she
Alright,
looks
fuck
like
that.
she
Karma's
looks like
a
the
bitch,
lady
and that's
that
what
has
happened.
yeah, she looks like the lady that everybody has a lady like her in their neighborhood. She wears little New Balance shoes, and she gardens in the front and walks around the block, and you know she has on her shades, and she's cool, but you can tell she was like this big, and he slapped the cuffs on her. Roy, he did not put the cuffs on her. He slapped the cuffs on that wrist.
Yeah, they didn't have to manhandle a grandmother, bro.
Yeah, the throw to the ground.
Well, okay. When have you ever tried to by yourself restrain a person?
Dude,
and put him in handcuffs?
it didn't look like she was giving them any trouble, or she would be able to give them any trouble, dude. Did you see how frail she was, bro?
Well, I don't.
She threw her on the ground like she was wrestling a fucking pillow, bro.
Was
like,
that
literally?
You would have handled that different, Roy. You would have handled that different. You wouldn't be on the news for throwing an 80-pound-year-old lady down.
Well, of course, but I'm not there in the situation. I don't know. Did they tell her to stop multiple times? Did they tell her to stop multiple times? She wouldn't. Did she turn around, put her hands up, pushing him away? What was it? I didn't see.
But Roy, she already, like, the loss prevention team had already had her give the items back. The officers had her walking down the street and was just picking on her.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, 3 officers resigned.
Yeah, they resigned because
No. That's old news. They resigned, but not today. Some of them are locked up. They literally just got sentenced.
Yeah, they deserve to be sentenced for that. They deserve to be sentenced for that.
I don't think they got sentenced for anything. I haven't
What?
seen anything.
I swear to God, look it up. It's new. It's the news that just came out not too long ago.
But see, that's part of the problem we have with this whole issue. Is would this have ever happened if the kids would have took care of their mom properly or their grandma properly? No. That's the problem we have.
No. Maybe it's supposed
can
to
I finish
happen.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, bro.
Can I finish? This is the problem we have. We have these mentally ill family members. Their families don't take care of them properly. They can't handle them. They call the police. The police have to get involved. They're fighting with the police. The police got to do whatever they got to do to put them in custody or whatever the case may be. And then people want to turn around and cry about the police.
Dude, why?
I wish you guys would go out there one day and go get a ride along with your local departments. See what it's like to have to deal with the shit that they deal with.
I've done ride-alongs, Roy. But look, Roy.
So I see what Roy's doing. He's just looking, just backing it up so he could argue about something. But that's not something to argue about.
Not backing it up.
Look. No. That's why the Walmart called the cops.
Shit.
It has nothing to do with personal. Look. It has nothing to do with the personal family shit. All right. So whatever happened with the personal family shit has nothing to do with what the cops did to the poor old lady. No, you can't jerk off the fucking virtual wiener like that, bro. No. You can't do that, bro. Why can't I hear?
Yes, it does. It has everything to do with it. Because if these people took care of their parents and their kids and their mentally ill people properly, they wouldn't even be involved with the police. The police are not social workers. Their job is to do their job. So if these family members cannot handle their parents, their kids, all this shit, then they need to put them with somebody that can. But don't call the police.
Okay, let me ask you then.
Why am I fucking thought through? Why am I talking?
Go ahead, Roy. Go ahead, Roy. 2 minutes. Go ahead, Roy. 2 minutes.
That's the thing. You guys can't. If you guys can't take care of your family and your people that are mentally ill, you can't rely on the police to do it for you because the police are there for a specific reason. My mom has dementia. I don't watch her. I don't pay attention to her. She's stealing shit from the stores. Who knows what else she's doing on her way home? We don't know why the cops are involved. They just make it look like she's walking home. Who knows? She might have been out there talking to herself, acting weird. Somebody else may have called. Who fucking knows? But the point is, if family members took care of their fucking family properly, if you can't handle your mom because she has dementia, then you put her somewhere where she can be handled. Not rely on the police every time you can't handle the situation to come handle the situation. And then when something doesn't go wrong or you get a fucked up popo that does something to hurt your family member, cry to the fucking, it's the fucking police. Cry about it. No, because if you would have took care of your situation first, the police would have never got involved with the situation. Now, does that justify the police slamming her and breaking her shit? No. But guess what? If the situation would have been taken properly and they would watch their mother and do the shit they're supposed to do with their family member, the police would have never been there in the first place.
All right. Now, Flex, go ahead, Flex. 2 minutes, Flex.
Cops. And first of all, then put yourself in those cops' shoes. Would after watching the video, would you do somebody like that? Like somebody old fucking grandma like that? Like, no, you know what I mean? Like, obviously no fucking person in the right mind wouldn't fucking, even if the old lady like pushing you away, like kind of like, you know what I mean? Like she's not like fucking pushing you, swinging at you, scratching you, biting you. You know what I mean? Like she obviously doesn't know what's going on. She's looking at you like all confused. And this lady's fucking twisting the shit out of her arm, like yelling at her. You know what I mean? Like, you don't do nothing like that. You got your fucking head on your shoulders. This lady wanted to fucking hurt this person. It's clearly they wanted to fucking hurt. Like, if you see them afterwards laughing about it, like, oh, I popped her shoulder. That shit's funny. You know what I mean? Instead of giving her fucking care, they're laughing about it, what they did to her. You know, that's
Now,
cruel, bro. That's
that is cruel, Flex. That's cruel. But what do you say about the point that Roy is saying that that person should be under more supervised care? What do you say about that part?
Sure. That's possibly, yeah. But that has nothing to do with what happened, though. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's a lot of things like what if this, what if, yeah, there's a lot. You can't go what if. There's a reason why, the cops are cops. Not to do no dumb shit, cruel shit like that.
Right.
And you know what I mean? They thought they're going to get away with it.
That I do know. That I do know. That's why they resigned, because they was like, "We look, man." Now, Will, what you got to say about this?
I think the
Willie, what up?
What's
Sorry.
up? I'm working. I think some of the
Nice shirt. By the way, Will, you got 2 minutes. When you on the mic, you got 2 minutes.
This alludes to actually a point that I brought up before, which is a comment that's not going to have to do anything directly with what happened, either than this. It goes back to show how I said law enforcement officers to know their community, and it kind of harkens back to what Robert said about everybody knows that they've got that person in the neighborhood. So you know what, I kind of blame the not necessarily the officers themselves, but the policies or whatever from that office that had them not knowing the member of their community. I mean, I think that's kind of a sad point right there. It's like, the people that again, like I said, I hate to sound like a back in the day guy, but when people, law enforcement knew their neighborhoods, they'd be like, oh, that's Miss Johnson from down the street, and then that would lead to, I think what you're saying is a different approach with that suspect,
Right. That
I know that's kind of off the subject to people, but to me, I think when you have examples like this, to me, that are clear cut, I think it's just good to point it out. Like, because I get where Flex and Roy are talking about actual procedures of what happened, but I'm talking about like the root of the cause, the root of the problem.
Exactly. And that's my whole thing. Is I'm not justifying what the cops breaking her arm and what they did. I'm saying that a lot of these situations where we run into police can be
good. Hang on, I'm sorry. It doesn't tell me which one yet. Sorry, it's taken.
Oh, he's on a delivery.
Go ahead, Roy, I got him on mute.
And that's my whole thing. I'm not saying I justify what the police did, slamming her on the thing. No, I'm saying a lot of these issues where we have interactions with police can be stopped before they even happen if people take responsibilities for their shit. You see what I'm saying? That's my thing. It doesn't justify anybody getting slam dunked on the fucking count. No, unless the situation warrants that. I don't care if she's 80 or fucking 20. If she's biting, scratching, punching, kicking you in your balls, I'm not going to let her sit there and do it. I'm going to put her down and do what I have to do. That's how police work. You just can't kick them in the balls.
Roy, you're saying age. So you're saying age has no bearing on how you're going to do your business.
No, because if you're being punched, scratched, kicked in the balls, bitten, it doesn't matter how old they are. It means dick. It means it means nothing.
Right.
So, but my whole thing is like I said, it doesn't justify the cops being ignorant and doing shit like that. Would I have done it if I was a popo? No, you could do other things. Get a hold of the family member. Say, hey, come take care of your mom, so on and so forth. Yes, there's ways of handling it, but I'm not there. I'm not them. They're assholes. They're dickheads. I feel you. There's plenty of them out there, but it ain't like I haven't had my fair share of dealing with them. But if people start taking personal responsibility for their world around them, we'd have less interactions with the police like this, and this shit wouldn't even happen.
I would like to say this real quick, because it's something that I think that everyone, again, would agree on, and it's not changing the subject. But I think Roy, as far as talking about getting to the root of the problem when he brought up, who was watching the lady. I think I would be 100% behind if the cops didn't do the detaining the way they did, if they did it more of a help, and then filed charges, the cops, against whoever was supposed to be watching the lady. I mean, I would definitely back that. But whatever municipality or whatever was that those officers were from, if they did it right, they were like, ma'am, who are you? Didn't slam her down, eventually got her to get in the car and stuff. And then when they did find whoever was responsible, because I guarantee at this point it's just like children, she has and then charges being filed against that person. But I definitely think, like I said, I think if you were knowing and age I get what Roy's saying, but I do definitely think age to a point is one thing, especially how in that case the lady was simply attempting to really leave is what was going on, and she obviously, even if it would have been drugs, was not in her right mind.
Right. I know exactly what you're saying, and growing up in a black household, I'm gonna tell you this: what type of alert system that they put into us. The animals, the meerkats, they look like little weasel things that go. All right, you know how they look out on Centurion duty. They tell us, the kids, grandma got to take her medicine, auntie need this and that, and they tell us to watch them, even if we're playing. If we, we'll go ahead and go tell somebody that someone's trying to leave. You never let them go out by themselves, though, because that can happen. Now, the reason why it is like that with us growing up, because back in the day, this is old school teaching. Back in the day, we were treated a whole lot different walking down the street. So if you were mentally ill or something, that's not looking crazy. You know what I mean? That's not acting. That it can be that. So they're like, no, don't let no one walk. Don't let no one do that. You keep an eye out, because that can happen. So, Flex, you gotta agree though, that because of that care part, if the care was 100% on lockdown, the lady wouldn't have been walking out by herself, is what Roy was saying, and we want to give people more freedom.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah,
maybe she's not completely 100% like cuckoo in the head, you know what I mean? Like, to where she's allowed to still walk around.
Or if the daughter doesn't have if the daughter is a pushover, the daughter could be a pushover and just say, go ahead.
And if anything, in this particular situation, I know this might sound fucked up, but at least it got 3 pieces of shit off the street that normally wouldn't be off the street, because it would have happened to somebody else later on down the road. So there's the positive, I guess, in it.
That's exactly what I said. And this fucking piece of shit behind you fucking speeding like a fucking douchebag.
But, but at the same time, like I said, people need to start taking more responsibility for the world around them and quit expecting police to do their shit for them. That's because we know police go hard. They've been dealing with, let's say, 12 hours of that shit all day long. It's only going to take them that one time to really fucking snap, and you get kicked in your balls, or somebody bites you, or, you still got your family to go home. You don't know what the fuck disease this person has that just bit you. Yeah, you're going to sock them in the motherfucking mouth. You're going to be pissed. You're going to sock them, or whatever the case may be. People lose control. And being that we're all humans, we can't, if somebody walked up and bit Flex in the arm right now, Flex would sock them in the motherfucking mouth. Just because he has a badge on doesn't change that situation at that time. You're a fucking human, and like I said, you don't know what disease.
Yeah, no, but you'll punch them, right? They'll punch them. They'll get their fucking stupid little fucking cut in their fucking knuckle, and then they'll give you more of a charge for that.
Yeah, that.
Well,
now,
because you assaulted him, and he had to protect himself
because he's a wiener. He punched you, and he scratched himself. Now you get more of a charge because he's hurt. He's hurt.
Well, if you wouldn't have bit him, you wouldn't have had to protect yourself in the first place. Well,
yeah.
you
Now
got to defend
TFT
yourself.
But TFT says he says that they should have done a welfare check over an aggressive detention, and Walmart called the police. Okay, Walmart called the police. Walmart should have told
What I'm
them
saying is,
that
if they take the
Walmart should have
immunity
told
away
they were
from them,
yeah,
shit like
go
that
ahead.
would not be happening.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there,
Yeah,
man.
and if she gave the shit back, Walmart should have never called the cops, or Walmart should have took care of it internally. Plain and simple. So you can slap the shit out of the Walmart people too.
They probably thought she was
Can you
working
guys
for a
hear me
team.
all right?
Yeah, I can hear you, Flex. They probably thought she was working for
Why
a
should
team. Go ahead, Flex.
Mike,
Go ahead, Flex. You're in a choppy area, Flex. Yeah, you're in a choppy area. You got the RoboCop. Try it now.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say why are the cops different? Why did any different from us? Like, why did they get that qualified immunity and we don't? You know what I mean? Like, why are they different from any other human being? Like, what the fuck is going on there?
Because you could turn around if they didn't have qualified immunity, you could sue them for every little stupid thing they do, and their positions that they're put in, as far as when they're having to fight you, crash into you, all this other shit to get you to stop your car, you could sue them for every fucking thing. And if a cop has to crash his car into you to get you to stop on a hot pursuit, would that be fair?
No, that should be okay. So it should be for the judge to verify and see if it's to be not just for every officer to do every stupid little fucking thing and be to be immune for it. Go kill somebody and be immune for it. And that's why they're like, no, it should be up to the judge to decide whether he's wrong or right. Just like every other person goes up in front of the judge.
Check this out, Flex. Right now, what they did, they even took out that officers now they don't have to read the Miranda rights right now because people are suing them way too much. So they don't have to read them right now. And go ahead and check it out. They don't have to read them. They are pretty much saying that the citizens know what it is, and they don't have to read them because they're getting sued for all of this other stuff. You know what I mean? So that limits a lot of the court cases for lawsuits, and that's what Roy is talking about. If they didn't have the qualified immunity, you can pretty much just walk up there and start making up all type of cases.
Well, see, a lot of people get the whole reading the rights thing all ass backwards. Okay, when you're being detained by the police, they don't got to read you shit. Okay, the only time a police officer has to read you your rights is when he actually physically puts you under arrest. When he says, I'm detaining you while I do my investigation, he doesn't have to read you jack shit. And that's where everybody gets it twisted.
Yeah, it's just
that's where everybody gets it twisted. You don't have to be read your Miranda rights till you are physically being arrested for whatever crime they think you did.
Okay, so usually when they sue, when they get arrested for false kind of claims, usually they don't just. I don't think people just sue for anything because that would be false. They'll be making false claims, and that's arrestable offense.
A lot of the time, some people are pros at this. They know how far they can press the issue before they settle.
My neck and my back. I'll settle out of court for a 40.
Yeah, but you can't have a judge in every police car determining whether or not, okay, we're in a high speed pursuit. Is it okay,
They
Judge?
got those body cameras. That's why they wear those body cameras.
But they don't turn those body cameras on all the time, and then they mute themselves on purpose.
That's their problem. That's their fault.
I think the body cam should see
any kind of interaction. Any kind of interaction. All you got to do is just hit the button. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's
But
what I'm
wait a minute.
saying though. The body
Everybody
cams.
says
Go ahead,
everybody
Will.
says everybody says crime is worse now. Yet back in the day is when motherfuckers didn't have body cams. So what's going on, man? You know that
The
don't
only
make no,
thing a body cam captures
that
is the
don't make
bad
no
apples.
sense.
That's all it is.
No, there was. What are you talking about? There was more crime back then than there is now.
Hell no, crime is up crazy right now, bro.
Exactly.
No, I'm talking about they were getting away with more shit because they didn't have cameras.
But we got to remember, we put our trust in these guys because we didn't sign up, put the badge on to go out here and protect us. We did that. So you gotta look at it from their perspective as well. They signed up to protect you, and so we can't second guess every little thing they do every day while they're out in the street.
I got Jody. I'm trying to
If they
see.
fuck up, they'll pay the price for fucking up.
A few minutes, okay.
But you can't expect them to second guess. Second
Step
guessing
up.
is what gets you killed. Okay, so you gotta give them some faith that, hey, we put these guys in charge to protect us, because I don't want to do it. So I'll give Officer Johnson here the opportunity to protect me. I'm not gonna fucking cherry pick everything he does. Oh, damn, you put the handcuffs on too rough. I think you should be fired. I'm not gonna be that guy. Okay, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't second guess what they do.
It
If
must
he's
be
in a
tough
hot
right
pursuit
now.
and he has to smash a car because there's a group of kids, you smash a car. You fucking deal with it later. You deal with the repercussion after.
Yeah, Roy, that's true. But just like how every driver isn't out here to be a good driver and get you your food, every cop isn't out there to be a good cop and protect you.
The social media thing is there because they get exposed. That's like the easiest way to expose somebody is the
Like, I
social
get
media,
it if
because
they
that's
were
where
all
they
out
go.
there
The
to help
first
us,
thing is
but they're
social
not.
media, because that's the quickest way to put it out and expose somebody if somebody's doing some fucked up shit.
What you got to say about that, Will? I heard you chime in. What you got to say about that? He's in a bad connection spot.
No, he's minimized. Every time you minimize, he frees up. He's probably catching an order.
Oh,
People
okay.
just need to realize, like any profession, you're gonna have fuck ups in it. So you're gonna, and be that we have body cams now, you get to see the fuck ups, which is good to me because you get to get rid of the fuck ups now. That before that you didn't get to get rid of them. Now you get a chance to get rid of them. But we can't have the mentality is that because we see these videos of the fuck ups that every cop on the beat's a fuck up. You know what I'm saying? That's the mentality we have right now with society, is that they just get force fed. It's like the liberal shit. It gets force fed all the same shit over and over again. For every 20 or 35 bad videos, you may see one video of a cop doing something nice. And that's the problem. We're emphasizing all the bad stuff, so it makes it look like all cops are fucked up, but we don't see the 20 or 30 videos of a cop doing a good thing, saving somebody out of a car, buying somebody lunch that's homeless. We don't see that.
I don't see that. I don't see where people say every one of them is messed up. I don't see that. Nobody ever says that. I don't ever hear anybody say that.
No, it's not that everybody is saying that, Flex, but when you it's like when you look at social media, there's more videos of, because you're trying to catch the officers do the bad things. So there's more videos trying to catch them like that. But that's why I put up that video of them trying to catch that turkey in the house today. Things that the police officer thought that they signed up for. We go ahead and take care of this little turkey real quick. Now I got a question for all of you guys. Do you think how we have the ROTC in high school, how they get them prepared for the military? Do you think they should have some type of police thing like that starting in high school, so that now the police that you're going to school with, these kids are probably going to be the police officers and they know the community also?
No, they do have explorer programs for that. Once you get out of high school, you can sign up to do that then.
No, but I'm saying like how they have it in high school for the ROTC. If they should have that for the police.
No, because high school students are fucking stupid, and no, I don't believe so, because they don't have the comprehension of the ramifications of the job that they're going to apply for. So the answer is no to me on that. I wouldn't do that. I would think it's most of it when it comes to understanding police and respecting police comes from parents. I don't think adding one more thing to school curriculum is going to solve the problem. I think it starts at home, and
there shouldn't
Now,
be no
what?
classes on how to
Well, what
respect
about?
the police. It's like,
Well, not to respect the police. I was saying to get them to become police officers. You know what I mean? I was saying like a transition thing, like
no, it's
that.
dude, it's just an occupation. You want to become a cop, you become a cop.
Now, let me ask you this, Will. Let me ask you this here. Now, do you think how we have U.S. history and government? Do you think that criminal justice should be included in that with the U.S. history and all the other stuff? Do you think if you guys can say they can go through economics and stat and all this other stuff, do you think criminal justice should be put in there with the high school kids then?
I got no problem doing it, and I'm pretty sure that some of your because we got it around here because we got more than the university, we've got the community college too. Even the high schools will work with some of those students, and they can go and take college courses on that and get credits for it, towards their high school stuff. So I got no problem with it. But like I say, I think it would definitely be more for me of like a choice to be made again, like if you're choosing to study that, to go in that profession. So I think I think the resources, I think plenty of the resources are there to be available. If you want to ask what I would throw money at or what I would throw time at as far as law enforcement is concerned, and I want to make sure I say this right, because they need mental health. They need more mental health people helping officers out. They need more mental health people, because if nothing else, it's something that Driver Sensei agreed with me on when we were speaking one night. He's former military, and it's something we were talking about that I alluded to earlier with Roy, when I was like, it'd be great if all cops were here to help, but they're not necessarily all here for that. Now, it doesn't mean they're here for bad either, but you have these people get out of military and they still need that military structure. So essentially they're back home on their home soil, but because they're in that mind state that they need to still be deployed, they're deployed on a mission where they live, which that's some
It's a Jasmine. Jody C.
Okay, I gotta go, guys. It's that time. Go deliver to the ungrateful. Another good conversation.
So I would go with quit trying to send all these people to prison for drugs. Take some of that DEA money that's focused on internal shit. Like, I mean, let's be real. I mean, for years they definitely targeted users, even not just like lower level people. Take some of that money and put it into, like I said, getting some mental health professionals to deal with these officers going through these issues. It's like Roy said, like, yeah, I would be on edge if I was an officer right now. That's why I would not advise being an officer.
Yeah, it's tough right now. I'm like, man, like they have so much you can literally do all your thing and get out there in the field. You can get out there in the field and lose your job as fast as you got it. I know you can do that as a police officer. Like, it's crazy right now for these guys. Crazy.
Well, I think.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I just think this is an important thing. It is kind of bleeding into something else, but I think it shows the priorities of at least American and Western society, that two of the most important things, protecting people and educating people, are some of the worst paid jobs. People look down the worst upon them. And then people are starting to wonder, like especially in schools, why we're starting to have these crazy teachers trying to indoctrinate people, and they're wondering why we're getting these cops that are all about just some of these cops that are more about satisfying a fucking adrenaline rush. It's because society is deeming these jobs as not important, and people that know better are allowing that. So I guess that kind of that ties into what you were talking about, school. For me, like, we need to focus. I think society, Western American culture, needs to start focusing on how important education and protection of its citizens are.
Right. Right. And the mental health thing that you just touched on, I'm about to show you why officers need more mental health, because when I saw this video, I was on another panel, and that's what I said. I said officers are not getting evaluated, periodically and things like that. I'm gonna show you guys a video on why, what the stressors of a job can do. Check this out.
This profanity-laced rant sent veteran Cincinnati police officer Rose Valentino to desk duty. On April 5th, she was pulling into the District 3 station to fill out a report when she noticed vehicles lined on the street to pick up students from school. She activated her lights and quickly became angry when they didn't move.
Is she gonna just sit there?
Body and dash camera video just released by CPD shows what happened next.
Dumb. Oh, I hate him so much. Oh, I hate this world.
After rolling up her cruiser's window, she uses the N-word. Valentino told investigators the black student gave her the finger, which led to her outburst. She was one of 4 officers profiled by WLWT and featured in a nationally televised reality show in 2011, Police Women of Cincinnati.
Never a dull moment. You go into every situation as if it's the first time, you've dealt with that.
I'm gonna stop that there. I know that show. I know that officer from watching that show. Now, here's what I think about this. Putting her to desk duty was good instead of firing her. That was good. They have to put her on desk duty, but I think she did more good than bad. She was able to let the department and all of them know the stressors and how stressed out that they are. Some of these areas that they have to go and police are crazy, and it's stressed out. She was venting. Everyone has said something you're not supposed to say about another race, and I can bring up an example like this. Everyone has said in the car when you almost get hit by an Asian person, learn how to drive. Or is that an Asian? You say, there's certain things that come out of people's mouths. You know what I mean? So she did nothing wrong from what any normal human being would do. Now, what saved her from getting fired is she rolled that window up before she dropped that N-bomb. But she was just so fed up and frustrated that that's what she did. Now, you got to also understand she's on that show, and they're in some of the bad areas where they do the policing, and maybe the stressors of the show with all the other stuff. I don't know. But she was venting out. Don't get fired. But she said what a lot of people would have said. She said what a lot of black people would say about some of these kids, in some of these areas. But that's the mental health thing, though. That's been built up. That was built up in her for a long time, and it came out. They have not been going under any psychological evaluations or any of that other stuff. We see it on Law and Order. We see it on all the TV shows, but they put that there in the TV shows to make you think that that's going on all the time. A lot of the time, they don't have the resources to go ahead and do all those things, and then things like this can happen. So I think she did more good for the cause. They might send more help officers' way. That's my opinion on that. I don't think she should have lost her job.
Well,
desk duty.
And that's why the government should be, instead of fucking paying fucking places like Ukraine a bunch of money and shit, they should be taking care of, like I said. I mean, let's be real, Robert. I'm just taking a guess here. I'm not looking at actual numbers, but I'm gonna say at least a good 60% of active law enforcement is former military in the United States. So that means the government should be paying for this motherfucking health care, not even the state or the municipality that their working for, these people are former soldiers of you. Like, they are veterans. You should be making sure that their mental health is fucking right. You as the government should be making sure what I said isn't happening, which is that you have soldiers returning home, going into law enforcement with a mindset that they're in a fucking deployment. Like, that's, I mean, I don't know. I just see the danger of that. You know, that's just, and to me, that's on the government. It goes, because the thing is, we can always blame on the small level. You can always blame, and that's why I brought up like the cause of it, because you can always blame the cop that, you know, broke the old lady's. You can blame the cop that broke the old lady's arm. You can blame the racist cop that said something. You know, you can blame, or if you want to be on the opposite side, you can blame the victim that reached for a gun. You can blame the victim that had already shot somebody, that's why they got the clip dumped in them and shit. But till we start looking at the real problems and holding the people that are really accountable for this shit, and they're not some behind, that's what I'm saying, they're not some behind the scenes, you can't see me, John Cena face mask people. They're your general Petraeuses. You know, they're your people that, and like, he got taken out of his position. Why? Because as much as the media today is different than it used to be, information is still the same. And if information can get out and it's truthful, unfortunately, I'm kind of a pessimist, but I'm optimistic enough to think that the human fucking resiliency can fucking beat that.
Right. Yeah. That's what we're supposed to. That's what we're supposed to think. We're supposed to think we Shawn Michaels. You know, we supposed to be able to get beat up, all fight, and come back and super kick it. That's what we're supposed to do. But it's tough, man. And this thing is crazy. I wish more people, I wish more content creators, period, on whatever you do and on YouTube, spoke about things like this and just going just to certain chat channels. Because a lot of you guys, believe it or not, you know, we gotta make sure that we are good with the officers when we're doing deliveries. They all know me as HotFacts. They all know me as HotFacts. They know when they roll by, how you doing, HotFacts. They asked me one time, did I see the dude that stole all the belts from the TJ Maxx? You know, like, they ask you things like these officers are there to protect us too. Okay, we drive unmarked cars. I know there is a guy in my area. He has the magnets on the side of his car that say DoorDash. He makes himself known. I have something that sits up inside the dash that lets the people know it lights up. It says Postmates, you know, so they know it's me. But there's a lot of people that are in unmarked cars, and you know, you're sitting in certain areas. You know, the police officers don't know who you are, and then when you get pulled over and stuff, you have an attitude like, I'm a driver, I'm on delivery, and all this other stuff. So you know, you got to have a good relationship with these people. That's how it is. That is how it is.
Yo, I'm in a college town. You think I don't let these motherfuckers know, hey, you're gonna see me? And especially, hey, this is cool. I'll actually do a little work thing here, and it won't be anything that's even controversial. It'll just be some conversation. No, it's cool because it is a change of the world, but it's nothing. It is somewhat controversial, but it's just like a firsthand thing of telling some people. College town. I used to start at 11 p.m. at night. Pre-pandemic, like, I would work 11 p.m. to like 6, 7 in the morning. I was a night owl. I could do it. And one of the reasons is I was safe. I felt safe. And it goes back to what you say. I let every motherfucking cop know who I was. I was operating in 3 towns. I let all 3 of them know. I let the university police know. And I fucking let the state, the sheriff, I let them all know, hey, how you doing? You're going to see me out and about. And it's just like you said, they will watch out for you. They will watch out for you.
Yeah, you gotta have that type of that's where I tell people you gotta learn how to work the room. When you hear me say work the room, like the room is like it's my territory, you know. Like I see the same employees every day. I see the same janitors that fix the complexes. I know what people, you know, that the trash man, I see all of that. If I'm gonna be around them all the time, I'm gonna be in the mix with all of that stuff, you know. So when I'm coming through, I'm comfortable. Everything, you know, like that's how I do my thing. You gotta be able to be comfortable.
Here's how I look at it, Robert, to explain to people that don't agree with you and me on that issue. Look at it like this. You're an independent contractor, yada yada, I get that. You don't want to consider them your coworkers. That's fine, I get that. But what you need to realize is we're all on this fucking mud ball, so you better consider them your co-humans. So guess what? Well, we're co-humans. So why don't you just fucking be a human with them, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hush up because we got revolution in the house.
Yeah. Hey, Willie, I'm pretty sure you did you get a taste of Sin City Deliveries?
I only watched a little bit of it. And I tell you why I couldn't watch it, Robert. And why you very rarely see me jump into things. And I'm only in certain things. Is because here's the thing. I saw what he was saying. I appreciate that he's saying something different. But what I saw was just another YouTuber trying to get other drivers to get clicks and views. And so to me, even though he was completely different than your so-called regular, or not regular, Jesus Christ, so-called some of your other big established names, like, in other words, his format to me is the same as Bentley. Bentley's one of the biggest, and everybody, I'll use him because he obviously is somebody that does not let it really bother him. So I don't want to say anybody else's that's, you know, a big name, you know.
Right. I got you.
But no, you get, see, and that bothers me, but I'm not going to go into that whole explanation either, you know, about that, because when I say that, people always think I'm simply just saying I have an issue with monetized channels, or I have an issue with
Oh, you breaking up, Will? He must be in one of them spots. You broke up, Will. You'll come back. Okay, there you go now. I got you now. You broke up all that other stuff.
I don't even know what I was on while I was breaking up there.
Yeah, you was it was like
you were talking about Sin City.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Sin
go ahead.
City. Yeah, well, see,
I only want.
I got a question for everyone. Now, I think what you was asking, Reese, and I'm trying to see is I'm correct on it. You was asking, do you think they should have a program just like the ROTC?
Yes, in
for
high
police
school.
officers in high school.
Yes.
Did you see what I put in the chat line? So I'm gonna read what I put in the chat line, and I'm gonna let you guys digest on that, and I'm getting ready to pick another delivery up. What you are saying is that they're good enough to go to the army to fight in war, but they're not good enough to become police officers to clean up the streets. That's my question. And I'm going to hit mute. I'm going to see how you guys answer that for me.
Yeah, see.
What do you say, Robert? State that again, because I kind of caught it, but I didn't. Could you state that one more time, Robert?
Yeah, so this is what he said. He said so they're good enough to go to the army to fight for a war, but they are not good enough to become police officers to clean up the streets.
If he's talking about me, what I would say is it's a different mindset, which is what I'm saying, because the government has them act differently in a foreign country. It's a whole different culture in any of these countries that they go to. And they're interacting as either an invading or a protective force. It's different than being at home in your community. You know, I prefer that law enforcement around me does have military training back, but I want them to have the correct resources of help that they need to work through issues. I mean, these are guys that go across seas and have like best friends die right next to them. They need help, and then they choose to come home for whatever reason, and especially the ones that actually are choosing to come home, and do it for good reasons. They need help transitioning to, taking care. Again, it goes back to knowing your community and policing your community.
Okay, someone's watching. If you do not know how to use YouTube, people, you got to understand there's live chat and there's top chat. If you cannot see all of the chat, you have to hit live chat. It is not rocket science. Hit the buttons that you guys see up there. It is not rocket science. Hit live chat to see all of the comments there. Okay, you don't have to text me that. You guys can hit that up there. Hit that up there. Okay. I just have to say that because that just didn't make any sense. All you gotta do is hit live chat or top chat. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, the reason why I asked that question is what I believe what Reese was trying to say is it don't have to be like police academy or nothing, but you have like just like the ROTC, they getting the prep for training to go into the Army so they can get that proper training. That would work for different students that would want to apply for the police job, to get them in training to go to the next level, the next step. I think that would be a good idea because we're not saying train them while they're in high school, but get them prepared like almost similar to boot camp because they do get a chance to go to boot camp. I'm a military guy. I know what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? You'd be amazed how at 18 years old, you mature real quick. Real quick. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like that would be a good program, probably for certain schools, not all schools now, for certain schools. You know what I'm saying? Like private school or whatever, that has them good programs and stuff like that.
I think revolution started with the most important point, and is why I said I didn't completely agree with what the way you were saying it.
Yo, I'm gonna hop out.
Completely.
I'm gonna hop out. My phone's dying super quick.
Okay.
All right, Flex.
You agree?
All right, Flex.
Agree with the exact ROTC thing is, and again, revolution started when he said it. For the people that want to pursue that, I think that's a good thing. Because when you start forcing people into stuff is when it's not good. And I think that's why, like in the late 80s and early 90s and into the 2000s, you saw an increase in gang membership and people being convicted of gang crimes that were in the military. Because you did have these people that were essentially, it's the same as the cartels in Mexico. Most of them are former military and shit. You essentially train the wrong person in the wrong mind state to be a killer.
MS-13. And that's MS-13. They train the MS-13. We trained them over there, and they came over here as gang members, and that's why there's so many of them now in Central America, in El Salvador. It's so many of them with the military presence because that's how they were trained by us, and they went and took that, and now that's how they act here on the streets. Here, they use that military thing on how they operate on the streets. Yeah, boy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's how it's always been. I mean, Manuel Noriega was a CIA operative.
Yeah.
I mean, see, here's the thing. this is what gets me, because like if you talk to me, I'm not anti-cop. I'm not anti-government. I'm anti-bad cop and I'm anti-bad government. So I agree with Roy in certain things. I do think we get portrayed law enforcement too negatively. Certain aspects of culture do that. At the same time, to say that that's a reason why we shouldn't have checks and balances with them, incorrect. Also, you know, and it's just like how I pointed. I'm glad DoorDash Revolution is here, because he's former military. And if what I've been saying was something derogatory to the military, he wouldn't have liked what I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, let's be honest, bad every aspect of life, every job. So the best way to make the situation, the job, the jar of jelly beans better is you take the bad ones out. We have to acknowledge the bad ones are there. We can't put them on the back burner. At the same time, we have to
Oh, you breaking up, Will?
Sorry.
I can hear you now.
Sorry, sir. I just say there's good with the bad, and I think we should call it out. You know.
Yeah, that's how I am too. You know what I mean? If this is an apple, it can't be a plum. You know what I mean? Like that's how I am. Like I am anti the bad stuff. I am pro whatever we can come together with. You know, with the brain with to fix situations. I am pro all of that. I'm just against negative, and I'm against not doing anything at all.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is that's how you do it. You don't have to shed a light per se, like only the spotlight on the bad. But you have to get that bad apple out of the bunch before it really put it out. You still have to acknowledge it and get it out. You know.
Yeah, I got pieces of that. I think I know what you said because you went in the robot cop. You went in the RoboCop again. You were like, drop it.
Yeah, I'm just saying when you got a bad apple in a bunch, you got to get the apple out, because if not, the whole bunch is going to go bad. But you shouldn't just shine a spotlight on the bad apple and say, "Oh, well, that's the bunch that had the bad apple."
Right. Yeah. That's the biggest thing right there. Is when you see a certain group, you can't do it, but it's hard because people have past experiences and that goes into their future judgments, you know what I mean? And because everyone's their own individual human being, it's kind of tough. But that's why though, that mental health and having more, like, just imagine if, like, just randomly they got to get hit random. Like, I think they need to pay social workers more and hire more and pay them more, because that's a job where we can use them at.
I will say this: I think we need less social workers and more people that are actually handling the problems. Like, I think we need actual financial advisors. We need actual medical personnel instead of people that. I think we need people that are trying to help people try to not.
Yeah, but see, but a lot of social workers, they don't want to do their job like that because they're overworked and they're not getting paid enough. I'm talking about have a special division of social workers that they only deal with the police. They only deal with the police, and their job is to whatever. Let's say you have two. Let's say you have two per department. Randomly, these people are doing checks and trying to see where you are, and like you were saying, they can put them in a position into the steps. So, all right, I'm gonna have you go and talk to, like you said, the advisor. I'm gonna have you go talk to the advisor. You know what I mean? I think that's, I don't know. There's so many things that we can brainstorm about that can actually help. but everything we like, they don't even try the stuff that we say. So I don't know.
This is my first time to this joint, so I have to make sure I got the right thing here. And this is it. This is pretty cool. Can I show you, Robert?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is important conversation, but can I
Go
show you
ahead.
something real quick?
Go ahead. Oh.
So they've got all the bags. They're separated. They've got the names. They've got a clipboard. It's pretty awesome here.
You doing a catering order?
Yeah, it's a catering. So you get your receipt and then you sign it and leave it.
Oh yeah. See, people, look. That's a good paying order right there, people. That's what the media wants to show. If one is bad, they all are bad. Yeah, that is it. But people, check this out. He showed you how they had that all lined up. People, you don't get to see that unless you're doing catering orders and you got yourself into that position to where you can go. You see that big old bag right there, people? That is a good, look, he's not complaining. He happy. He not sad. He's about to go do this thing. That's a good amount of money there. That's a good amount of money there. He's gonna go drop that off. Look, boom, people, look out there, catering order.
Second table.
What?
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
What? Hey, I'm glad you showed that. Some people don't know what a catering order looks like.
Well, and I want to show that, right, Robert, because shout out to Golden Hour in Champaign-Urbana. That setup is what restaurants should do. Whether because I guarantee that wasn't all the catering, it was all their orders. They had two set next to each other on tables, and then a third back there. And they had bags out there, so your food's not. It's sitting out there, but it's in a hot bag. Highly visible with the name, and then you can sign your name as the delivery driver to the receipt. Or I'm assuming you're and then
yeah, you got some crazy wind, but I heard you. You got some crazy wind. That setup is cold, like you said. It's sitting inside a hot box. It's not just sitting out there. It's in a warm thing. You got it there. They have it organized. You got to sign your receipt. You leave it there. Boom, boom, boom. And if you don't mind me asking, I don't like doing this. I'm not even going to ask you how much it is.
That's fine. I knew it was a catering. I saw that it was 8 items. Sorry, hang on. I minimized. So I probably went silent. I saw it was 8 items. I saw that. Shout out again to Golden Hour. I knew they were kind of high end, and it came in at $10.50 for I think 4 to 5 miles. So nothing happened. I'm going to take it because I don't take stuff. I don't take anything needing or expecting more. And then when I got there, I'm not oblivious, so I saw the receipt. It said 147 subtotal. So I'm assuming, and I've delivered to this person before, so I'm assuming that it'll probably be in the 25 range.
Yep. People, you gotta. If you have never been able to hit some of these orders where people say unicorns in their videos, it's talking about things like this. If you have never been able to get some of these orders, people, I guarantee it's because of when your ratings were good with you being on the top program, you really didn't take advantage of it, and then you let them slide. They didn't offer you this program or offer you that program. Once they offer you those programs, people, you have to start doing those programs. So even if you don't do Top Dasher, you're still in that program there, and you're in the other program. Now, if you have them all, If you have them all, you're all the way good. But at least you put yourself into the algorithm. Now he said he's delivered to this person's home before. That person's giving him a good thumbs up or something. They like, we gonna make this connection. Let's go ahead. Hey, Will with that one. Boom. We'll go ahead and take that.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the factors that I know it's not the hot topic. I know it's not the hot topic of top dasher or not, but you know, there's plenty of things in Revolution that spoke about this before. I know he agrees with me. There are other factors, you know, in this algorithm or this makeup that gets us these runs. And one of them is, I really believe in my heart that if you take a catering order / an order over $100 and that customer ranks you 5 stars, I think there's legitimately at least some little column, some little thing in the algorithm that marks you for that. I really do. So as much as it may pay for somebody to be top dash and do the 4 or 5 day end of the month thing, it may pay somebody else better to not be top dashing and be available for a specific run to get rated those 5 stars for catering.
Right. That's what they don't understand. Like you could literally, when they first throw you that top dasher, that's what I'm saying. If you don't want to be top dasher, like I don't want to take everything, okay. But at least when they gave you those other programs, you made sure your service was on point, so that they at least give you those. Those are bangers you can have right there. Then you know what I mean. It's a way to do everything.
There's multiple ways, because for example, I know, I can't remember what stream I kept saying, because this isn't bragging, this is just me saying something, and it's some obvious shit for anybody that tells you you have to do specific something one way or the other, decline or accept. If anybody that tells you anything instead of just exactly what they're doing, you need to not listen to them. If somebody's trying to tell you what to do, right, and not just telling you what they're doing, those are the people you don't listen to on either side. And my thing is, shit, I lost my train of thought, because that's such an important thing, and that's kind of my big thing with the whole top dasher and not top dasher, because I think there's all kinds of good points. You know, I've seen lots of people have fucking dry erase boards and write lots of cool shit up on the dry erase board. I get all that. But at the end of the day, the people that say decline and the people that say accept, neither one of them really know. You know, like I made a shoot about that, actually. You know, nobody's privy. I misspoke when I said it. I fucking said it twice, but nobody's privy to the algorithm and what actually is going on. So it's just a guess, essentially. And you may think proving something. Like I said, I may think that I know that this 5-star rating and stuff is going to get me these big runs repeatedly. I could be completely wrong. You know?
Yeah, so, that's where personal data comes in, though. Will, I can't hear you. I said that's where personal data comes in, though. You got to be able to do the study on yourself, and a lot of people are afraid to look at themselves in the mirror, like Michael Jackson said. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. A lot of dudes don't want to analyze themselves, you know what I mean, to get the study done, because then they're gonna be like, I'm not hitting what I said. That's because you ain't working hard enough.
Well, my whole thing is, like I said, if you're going to help somebody, if you tell them what you're doing, when you start getting into you're trying to teach or mentor or something, nah, bro, we ain't in carpentry school, okay? I ain't learning how to make a chair. You know, like, y'all need to ease up on that shit, especially these YouTube bugs, because they all think they got the answer, you know? Everybody's got the answer. No, you ain't got the answer. Just tell them what you're doing and what's going on.
Hold on. DoorDash Rick. You said me and DoorDash Revolution never answered your question. Let me go up here, DoorDash Rick.
I'm gonna mute too. So
yeah, let me go up here, DoorDash Rick, to go look at. Let me see, DoorDash. Hold up. DoorDash Rick, if you can, hey, I'm trying to go back right here. It don't. Let me see. DoorDash Rick. Let me see. What up, Roy? What up? Let me see. DoorDash Rick. Let me see. Type it again. Type it again. What up, Tony Lopez? Oh, I missed you there. TC, I'm going back. What up, Tony Lopez? I missed you. DoorDash Rick. Oh, and thank you, Tony. He says keep up the great content. Yes, brother. DoorDash Rick. Type it again, DoorDash Rick, because I'm trying to figure out. You got a review should go to for Top Dasher to try to boost subscribers. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out. Are you going for? Oh, he asked me. Are you going for Top Dasher HotFacts? Okay, I got you there. All right. So DoorDash Rick, I am already a Top Dasher. I'm a diamond driver on Uber Eats. So I'm a diamond driver. I stay at the highest level, and on Spark, I'm the highest level on Spark also. I'm a 5.0 Lyft driver, diamond driver on Uber Eats, on Get Swift and Best Deliveries. I'm their highest rating there. I make sure that I put it in so that when I do turn on these apps, I know I'm gonna get some quality in. I don't want to go into a crapshoot. That's the whole thing. A lot of people don't understand. If you're going to be multi-apping, at least put yourself in a position on these multiple apps so that your ratings and stuff are good. So that when you do multi-app, you're going to be getting some quality stuff. So you know what I mean? That's why I don't mix you guys don't see me mixing my Uber Eats with my Walmart Spark orders. I do Walmart Spark first. Or let's say if I turn it on at 6 a.m. and I get one Uber Eats first, I'm only doing the one. I'm not doing Uber Eats again until I am all the way done with Spark. So everything I'm doing on Spark, those ratings are going on up. Then when I'm done with that, that's when I turn on the other one to make sure everything I'm doing on the other one is rock solid. People, you gotta know how to make sure you're getting your money in. And what that also does is, if I'm in an area where there's other drivers around, and it's in an area because on Uber Eats you can sign in and out whenever you want. If it's in an area that has some money there, I can just go turn on my app in that area, and they will start sending me orders. You know, that's how I do it. That's how I do it. Be able to give yourself a positive outcome and not be going in kicking rocks. You know, you don't want to go in kicking rocks. You're supposed to kick rocks, after a while. You didn't catch no fish. You go kick some rocks after, but going in, you didn't have that mindset. Yeah, boy. But this Top Dasher thing, that's why my question was up there with the customer service thing. You guys, do it. I'm not telling people to fully change yourself into Bob Saget on Full House. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just telling you to take a couple things. Did you see that video I put up earlier, Rev, about the customer that had the ring cam? Yeah, that was a genuine customer right there. That's why people you just add a little bit of that in, and it'll go a long way for you. You're not trying to take the whole yard. You're just doing little subtle things that is normal between human beings, and that's what seals the deal for them giving you them extra bills. Okay, that's what that does right there. I'm gonna do it like this. Any you guys got anything you want to let the people know right now? Let's start with you, Will. I'm gonna give you the floor. I'm gonna give you the floor. You got something you want to let the people know? You got anything coming up? Any plans or anything?
I got nothing in particular coming up, but I will say this. Everyone, whether you think you should or not, there's a bunch of elections coming up in your state. They're more important than these big elections that are held every 4 years. So why don't y'all do a little reading on your local politicians, your local positions that are open, and do some intelligent voting this year.
Ooh, that's word. That's word from Big Bird right there. That's word from Big Bird. That's word from the high up people. That's the high neck saying that. That's word from Big Bird. That's the information that people need to be hearing. You know, that's what they need to be hearing. And when you guys really listen to what he said and you guys go and really look, you guys are going to start doing some more research and educating yourselves a little bit. Will, I'm getting ready to with my boxing analysis. What's good, Wood? What's up, Wood? We're getting ready to sit down and decide our next boxing episode. So I want to have you in on that one to come in here and shoot the boxing talk. I'll let you know when that's going down. And I got a guy in the UK that does boxing commentary work. So I'm trying to figure his schedule out. It's weird being out there, but me and Wood are getting ready to do our next episode. So I've already spoke the boxing game with you. You are more qualified to be up in there and to know exactly what you are talking about. Yes. You passed the test with me. So we will be going over some stuff. I'll let you know when we're gonna be doing that. And the boxing show, we're talking boxing, man. We're talking ain't no gig work in it, no none of that. We're talking boxing, and you know what I mean. So be another chance, get your face out there a little bit, just how you do your thing, and talking about some old mano y mano, the sweet science. You can't go wrong with the sweet science. So that's what we got going on. Revolution. Go ahead, drop these jewels for the people.
Well, I know DoorDash Rick asked a question. I missed the question because I went inside to check on the pizza. He said, Robert, you never answered my question earlier, you and Revolution. What question
I went up
was
and checked that out. Yeah, I went up and checked it out. He asked if I was going to be if I was going to go for top dasher, and I let him know that I am already a top dasher. I'm a diamond driver. So
I'm gonna go ahead and answer that question because this year I've been doing a case study on DoorDash. All right, trying to find out how you maximize your earnings.
Wait. Push pause really quick, Rev. DoorDash Rick. I don't drive for DoorDash anymore. I don't like DoorDash at all. I don't do any. They are not one of my clients. I don't work for DoorDash at all. I drive for Walmart Spark, Uber Eats, Best Deliveries, Get Swift, and Lyft. I am the top driver on how they have top dasher, and I have the equivalent on these other platforms as I'm a top driver. So that's why I comment about this stuff. So because you just said you need to try top dasher for yourself. I'm already a top, and that's why Pedro and them don't understand what I'm talking about when it comes to Uber Eats. I have a whole different view of the app. Go ahead, Rev. I just want to let people know in case they thought I've never done this or I've never done that. I have to clarify that really quick, Rev.
No problem. Yeah, DoorDash Rick, that was the goal for this year to become top dasher, but I came close 3 times. I should have took the L and went on and did the 5% and made it over. Yes, that was part of the case study that we did half of the year, was to see how important the ratings will do when you get in these programs. I was already in the large order program and I was already in the pizza program. I'm getting some feedback from someone.
No, you sound good here. I don't even hear nothing.
Okay. So with that case study, that was just the first part of the 6 months of this year that we was doing. We wanted to see the importance of going up against top dashers with those ratings. And we were able to get more orders than they did in our area. But now since the blocks are getting tight and our ship getting tight, I'm going to go for it. This will be my 4th time going through it the way I want to do it. I'm going to cherry pick my way to it. And if I get close to 5%, or even if I get 60, I'm just going to go ahead and take the L and go ahead and try it so we can do the rest of the survey case study that we're going to do this year. Yes, indeed. We're gonna try it. We're going to try it out, DoorDash Rick.
Right. Yeah. And DoorDash Rick, you said with DoorDash Rick, when I was doing DoorDash, I didn't like it. I was doing it. I was doing my Uber Eats, doing my DoorDash. I did not like DoorDash, and when they screwed me out of my money, I really did not. I don't like DoorDash. I stopped driving for them. I didn't turn down, let me tell you, I didn't turn down any orders or do any of that stuff when I was doing it. I was driving back when you had to do the orientation to go to the building first. So, all this other stuff, I do not do DoorDash. I will not work for DoorDash. I'm a top driver on the other platforms. I know exactly how it works because the other platforms say the exact same things when you're the top driver on their platform. Just like on Walmart Spark, it says that, and this is why when Levi was asking about his ratings, his metrics, and then he says metrics don't matter, but he's asking about them. On Walmart Spark, it says this on your metrics. Okay. On your metrics, it says this. Why is the metrics program? It says, what is my metrics program and why does it matter? Okay. It says the Spark. It says the Spark Driver My Metrics program is designed to help you provide a positive experience for customers by giving you visibility into your metrics across 4 key areas: on-time arrival, acceptance rate, drop rate, and customer rating. Now they're telling you these 4 things, but we have people that read this and they and this is why it's so crazy. They read this and then they say they're lying. So if they are lying about what they're saying that you're based on, why don't you guys sue them? You guys should be suing every single gig app for false advertisement and everything else. You guys should be suing Pedro and you guys should be suing these companies because they're telling you on-time arrival, acceptance rate, drop rate, and customer service rating. Each app has this for their platform. Okay, each app. It then says positive metrics ensure you remain in good standing and keep you prioritized to receive orders. Okay. So it says positive metrics ensure you remain in good standing and help keep you prioritized. That's why my metrics on Walmart Spark are excellent. And when Levi said that, when I wrote him, I'll show you guys so you guys don't think I'm making it up. Let me see. Let me go to comments. Or actually, let me go to Levi's video. Oh, he just made his video unavailable because he just did a no tip, no trip video. Let me see. Grinding all gigs with Levi. Bam. Now, what was I about to do on grinding all gigs? Oh, I was gonna show you guys something. Damn it. I was gonna show you guys something, but the comment. There we go. Got it right here. Let me share this screen. So I said, I see you care about your metrics, which means you believe that your ratings matter. Levi says metrics don't matter, laughing out loud. Okay. He says metrics don't matter, laughing out loud. Okay. That's what Levi says. But it says here, okay. But it says here on Walmart Spark, the driver of the Spark Driver Metric Program, the positive experience for customers giving you across the 4 areas: on-time, acceptance, drop rate, and customer service rating. Positive metrics ensure you remain in good standing and help keep you prioritized with the offer. That's what it says. So that's why I wrote Levi and said, I'm glad to see you care about your ratings. And then he says, no, they don't matter. And then, he has this video. Let me put the video here. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you this again one more time. All righty. All right. Now, I want you guys to know this first. He's telling you about him speaking with customer service. And listen, this person said that the ratings don't matter. He's saying that because he's friends with Nova Dasher and they all think that they don't matter. But, you know, I just read you what Walmart Spark says, and this is what he's saying. Look at the Walmart Spark part. This is why he's lost, and we need to bring him back home. He wrote and laughed and said ratings don't matter. I read you what Walmart Spark says. Now listen to what comes out his mouth.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't understand this lady. I was just trying to ask her, saying, you know, how does this work? Is it going to hurt my metrics? You know?
I'm asking her, how does it work? Is it going to hurt my metrics? That means someone cares about their ratings if they want to know, is it going to hurt their metrics? Your metrics, that's your ratings, people. That's your ratings. Now let's keep going.
And she just kept, didn't come back. But I mean, it's nice though because it guarantees you an order, you know. But the thing is, it was an ASAP order, so it unassigned it 3 times, and then I had to grab it back. And it's even in my.
He unassigned the order 3 times. He unassigns orders, so this is why he's asking: is it going to hurt his metrics, people? You got to understand. When the push comes to the shove and they're like, oh, my metrics, he knows metrics matters. That's why he's asking this stuff. Now listen to the last part of metrics that he's going to be talking about.
Trip thing shows like it was canceled 3 times. I wasn't canceling. I just kept getting a notification saying that, you know, your order is going to be late if you don't start this delivery. How can I start the delivery if I have another order? Like, that don't make no sense. So we're going to get that order right now. I need to make sure I still have it, that they ain't unassigned it, but I haven't seen any notifications. Usually you start seeing notifications if they unassign it, but yeah, I have no idea. I guess I'll see if my stuff, but that whole thing about the unassigned, it shows 3, like that better not give me 3 drop rates right there.
That better not give me 3 drop rates right there. That better not give me 3 drop rates right there. People, he cares about his ratings. And he went up there and did the comment, and I'll show you again. I'll show you again, people. He did the comment, okay? Look at the comment here. Let me share this again. Look at the comment that he made after doing this video. This is why people just look, man. People got to learn. You got to watch what's coming out your mouth and what you're saying. You're not on their side. You know they matter. Okay, people, look at the comment track right here. Look. Can I make it a bit bigger? I'll make it bigger just like this. People, look at the comments. Look, I see you care about your metrics, which means you believe that your ratings matter. He instantly replied right after that. Metrics don't matter, laughing out loud. And I told him, they have to matter. You said they're going to mess up your metrics. Like, you know, I let him know that's what he said out of his own mouth. So I'm telling you people this. You can get influenced, and I know what he's doing. When Levi puts a video up, Levi gets more views on his videos than most of mine because they're haters on that side. But that's what they do to try to get, you know, his views up. He's getting like 200 views on videos, so he's looking at that like, oh man, that's cool. I'll get these views. That'll boom boom boom. But at the same time, he's got to get 1,000 subs, all those views, and having that crowd just watch your views, man. that those people are like, it's the same views. You know, they're not going to grow past that. They're not going to grow past that. And you're trying to fit in with those guys. We got to bring you back home. Out of your own mouth, you're venting out there. Is it going to hurt my metrics? And then you don't want to let them know that you're so you write laughing out loud, but they see that in the video that you put up, you're asking about those. So now they're going to ask you, do you really believe that stuff? So you got to think for yourself, Levi. You got to think for yourself. If something inside your head says, let me ask them about my metrics, that means they matter. That's the bottom line. You wouldn't have said it if they don't matter. And you're a man and you know that. What you got to say, Rev?
Metrics matter and the money matter. You can't make the money without the metrics, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom line, you know, just bottom line. And that's what's wrong now. They still trying to feed into what was in the past that was so successful. Now, what I have learned since I've been doing my case study is that we are our own problem. We cause our own glitches. We around here talking about why we having all these glitches, why the revolution talking to the driver support team, because I want to find the answer to the problems. And I'm gonna tell you who gave me that answer, and it just was a couple of days ago. Sin City Delivery. I gotta give a salute to that young man. When he sit there and he let us know that it matters. And when he sit there and said how it happens that it's supposed to go to the top dashers, that's the reason why some of my orders were being taken from me. You see what I'm saying? And the glitch happened because it is designed really for to prioritize these orders for the best and available dashers that are. But we've been cheating the system so long, ladies and gentlemen. Been doing it the wrong way. We said with them, whoever it was that figured out that cherry picking would break that algorithm to where we don't have to accept every order. I understand that. I don't accept every order. But like I said, this is part of my survey case study that I've been doing. Metrics matter if you want to make that money. I'm a multi-apper too. I done throwed a lot of money away multi-app. You want to know why? When you got all them apps on at the same time, especially Uber Eats. You shouldn't do it with Uber Eats because once Uber Eats get to banging, it get to banging. You know what I'm saying? Especially in my area. That's one of the reasons you can easily get deactivated on these platforms trying to do too much. And that's all I got to say. That was a sound. Must be in that area again. My sound done went out.
I did a lot of talking and y'all didn't hear nothing I said because I was on mute. So I'm gonna go back and tell y'all what I just said. I'm not gonna put nothing else on what the DoorDash Revolution said. If you want to get some extra knowledge and know about what else he does, he has a program set up. I was backing up the Sin City deliveries. He has a program put in place that he feels is worth value, and as being an independent contractor, someone that's running his own business, he has the expertise that you need on Discord. It's worth value, so he's giving you enough. But if you want all the juice, you head over there. DoorDash Revolution has a few drivers under him. He has teams built, and they go through his schooling that he has. He has a 3-step process, a school thing that helps you become better in all the aspects. He does not give you all the information here because the things that you want to get the information for, your brain has to want to send you there so that you get the right knowledge. Check him out on that. That is what I said right there. And I said until the next caper. Yes. Oh, yes, people. We gonna sign out like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2. We gonna go out to my favorite beat right now.